tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Riding around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I've been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Mars, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park.
Welcome, everyone, to week 2 of the NFL season. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals from Glendale, Arizona. I am Chris Verma. Week 2 for the Carolina Panthers after a very rough week 1 showing. It can't really get much worse than how it was last week for the Panthers. Carolina lost 26-10 to the Jacksonville Jaguars and really struggled on the offensive side of the ball. Some struggles that we haven't seen necessarily since the early part of Bryce Young's career, especially early last season. We saw some strides forward in the second half of last season, and that's what we were hoping to see in week 1. We did not see that. I will say something, though. The Panthers' defense looked a lot more improved when we compare it to last year's opening game where they lost 47-10. But for today, we need to see some improvement, especially on the offensive side of the ball, as we have Ikem Ekwonu back. Jimmy Horn is still inactive for today. No Tershawn Wharton. He was injured in last week's game. This is a very, very big deal for the Carolina Panthers today, and they need to play like they have nothing to lose. It's a matchup of 2 number 1 picks, Bryce Young and Kyler Murray. Carolina needs to play like they have nothing to lose because they really don't. I mean, if Carolina loses this game, it's another season where they start 0-2. And we all know what happened last season when they started 0-2. The losses were so bad they had to bench Bryce Young. So if you're Bryce Young going into this game, you kind of have to play like you have nothing to lose. And obviously, I'm saying he might lose his job, but you have to go in it where you have nothing to lose, because if you do, that kind of gives you more free play. And Carolina looked much better when they go in there just playing for free. When Bryce Young went in there and he played for free, I mean, the Panthers team just looks so much better. So we'll have to see how this ends up for Carolina. If I'm going to be completely honest, I don't have a lot of faith in this team right now. So I'd love to be proven wrong. But if I go over some of the inactives for today's game, we know that Tershawn Wharton is not playing. Jimmy Horn is not playing. Thomas Incoon got named as a captain just moments before this game, which is a little confusing to me because he's like our linebacker 5 on the depth chart. And we were told that we're going to see a lot more of Nick Scotton and Princely Umanmielen, our 2nd and 3rd round pick. It's a little interesting to me. No James Mitchell. That's a coach's decision as well. Tershawn Wharton was the only one that actually had an injury disclosed. That was a hamstring injury that he suffered last week against Jacksonville. But the other 4 were all coaches' decisions. And then for the Arizona Cardinals, they won't have Will Hernandez. He's inactive with the knee ACL injury. Cody Simon is out with a concussion. And those are really their big inactives for this game. So both teams, for the most part, are pretty healthy going into today's game. I would say Tershawn Wharton is a big loss for the Panthers, as they paid him a pretty good contract to come over from the Kansas City Chiefs, a 2-time champion with KC, to come over and play D-tackle for the Panthers. But good news is that we have our guy Derek Brown playing today, and he played last week as well. I'd only say the only really good bright spots I can take from last week's game was showing of Tedero McMillan. He looked very, very good in his NFL debut, had 5 catches for 68 yards. J.C. Horn had an incredible acrobatic interception. Other than that, and then Chuba Hubbard as well, he looks solid. I will say Chuba's still proving why he can be one of the better running backs in the league. But other than that, I didn't see much. All I learned from last week is the inconsistency from Bryce Young, which I don't like saying out loud because I am a Bryce Young defender, but his play has just been very inconsistent. This is year 3 of him being the number 1 overall selection on the 2023 draft. And it just feels like there's some sort of void whenever he goes into a matchup where it truly matters, where he truly needs to show something. And it's just like he just doesn't show up. So I really need Bryce Young to play with that swagger that he played in the second half of last season, because he looked like a completely different player, like a completely different quarterback. I hope the Panthers show out today. I really do, because if we can win this game, especially with Arizona being -6.5, I mean, it'd be huge. It would be huge if we could win this game today. At least look a little better than how we did last week, because last week is just, I really don't want to assess the team off of last week. I just want to see some signs of improvement. So hopefully we're going to get that today from the Panthers. So kickoff is now. We're not used to playing in 4 o'clock games, not only just because we're not that good of a football team, but because we're on the East Coast. So a little odd that we're playing in a 4 o'clock game, but the game is in Arizona, so it is 1 o'clock over there for those folks. This is Jonathan Gannon. This is his 3rd season as the Arizona head coach. He has an 8-9 record at home. Keep in mind, going into this game, the Carolina Panthers in their last 8 matchups, including that NFC Championship game in 2015, are 7-1 against the Arizona Cardinals. That one loss came a couple seasons ago when the Cardinals came to town. Baker Mayfield was the quarterback for Carolina at that time. Last season, when the Panthers and Cardinals played late in December, Bryce Young and the Panthers eliminated the Arizona Cardinals from playoff contention, winning in overtime. So, I mean, Arizona's coming into this game kind of looking for revenge. I mean, this Panthers team, they didn't really show a lot of good signs last week that they'd be able to really keep the Arizona out of this game and prove to them why, we can actually be some sort of a scare. But we'll have to see. Carolina's going to get the ball first. It's Rico Dowdle coming out from the 10-yard line, and we are underway from Arizona. Dowdle, the former Cowboy, had 1,000 yards last season, gets us up to about the 27-yard line. And let's get things rolling from Arizona. Here comes Bryce Young in the offense. Again, there is a lot on the line for the Panthers because Bryce Young truly struggled last week. 18 for 35, 154 yards, a touchdown to 2 interceptions, and lost the football on a fumble. So 3 turnovers from Bryce Young, one that you can set to the side and said it was a drop by Rico Dowdle. But either way, no excuses today. The Panthers need the 2023 number 1 overall selection. They need second half Bryce Young. He's bringing back the visor, which when he wore last season was a completely different player. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. It's a shotgun snap for Young, and he checks it down to Chuba Hubbard. He's got space ahead, and Hubbard will go for about 8 yards on the check down. It'll be 2nd down and 2. A key matchup today is Josh Sweat for the Arizona Cardinals. Had 54 pressures last season coming over from the champion Philadelphia Eagles. And then Ikem Ekwonu has the 2nd most sacks allowed in the NFL since 2022. He really started his rookie season off very well and has really struggled ever since. But the good news is they have him today. Yes, it's not the best statistic in the world, but they are going to need that much improved Ikem Ekwonu at left tackle, protecting Bryce's blind side. This is the carry for Chuba Hubbard, his first of the game, and he gets pushed back for a couple yards and is not going to return to the line of scrimmage. Loses about 2-3 on the carry, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7. It's Browning who will get the TFL. So now 3rd down and 7 for the Panthers. They get a check down to Chuba Hubbard. They try running the football with him. That doesn't go anywhere. So now a 3rd down and 7 situation. This is where you'd like to see your receiving targets in Tetero McMillan, Xavier Legette, Hunter Renfrow. Obviously no Jalen Coker for at least the next 4 weeks. 3rd down and 7 for the Panthers. They have trips right and Jatavian Sanders on the left. The Cardinals are sensing a blitz here, and they're going to rush a bunch of defenders. Young rolls to his right. He loses the football, and the Cardinals are going to dive on it at about the 2-yard line. Are they going to call it a touchdown? Yes, they are. Oh, my God. Yeah. All right. Our season is absolutely just done. I cannot believe this, man. Oh, this team, dude. Wow. We are about to go back another 10 years. Oh, my gosh. Bryce Young fumbles the ball on 3rd down. At least I believe it's a fumble. Yep, that's definitely a fumble. Now are they going to call it a touchdown or not? It was scooped up by Arizona. It got pushed back about 10 yards. And then Collins lands on it. Now are they going to call him down at the 2 or 3? Or are they going to call it a touchdown? Man, this team is Bryce Young, man. I don't even know what to say. Literally don't know what to say right now. They are going to give it a touchdown. All right, so Arizona already on the board. Bryce Young fumbles. The ball just goes back and back until Collins scoops it up. Chad Ryland on the extra point. It's good. And just like that, the Panthers already down 7-0. Man, hilarious. Oh my gosh, we're so cooked, dude. Oh my gosh, wow. I can only imagine what I'm about to open myself to right here. Wow, that is crazy. I am at a loss for words right now. I don't even know what to say. Our third play of the game. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, we fell for another offseason again. That is just I can't believe this. Wow. Already 7-0. Oh my gosh. Wow. So the first play of the game is a check down to Chuba Hubbard. Actually, just solid. It works for a couple yards. Then we try running the ball with Chuba Hubbard. He loses some yardage. And then on 3rd down and 7, Bryce Young fumbles the ball. It gets scooped up and returned for an Arizona touchdown. I mean, do we have it worse than anyone else? I was bragging about it earlier today. I felt like the Dolphins had it worse than anyone else, but it's us again. It is definitely us again. Wow. That is so embarrassing. I don't even know what to say. I cannot believe this. 3 plays in. And we're already down 7-0. The offense hasn't even touched the ball. We are such a joke of a franchise. Such a joke of a franchise. This is so crazy, dude. Oh my gosh. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get how the number 1 pick, someone that you trade up for, and my goodness, Malik Neighbors with a big touchdown to put the Giants up on the Cowboys. I don't know how. I don't get it. I truly don't get it. How different this guy looked on the second half of the season. He truly looked like the number 1 pick. And then is just back to I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know. I'm just at a loss for words. I'm stuttering over myself because I don't know what to say right now. Just fumbling the ball, turnovers, can't do anything past the line. This is colossal bust numbers. I've never seen this before. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. How bad this guy has been sometimes. Like, his highs are high, I'll give him that, but the lows are so low. I mean, at least just take a sack. He fumbled the ball and everything. All right, well, we're already playing from behind, and especially after that, I think we absolutely have nothing to lose. So it's 1st down and 10 after Bryce Young fumbles the ball and the Cardinals recover it for a touchdown. It's Chuba Hubbard on the carry. And this will go for maybe 3-4 yards for its 2nd down. I don't even know what to say. This is so crazy. Wow. 5 wide for the Panthers. It's 2nd down and 7. Young in shotgun, throws, and his pass is complete. It's Tedero McMillan. And that will be a gain of maybe 3-4 yards as well. McMillan, that's his first catch. Bro, I am not looking outside, bro. All right, bro. I don't even want to watch this game anymore. Are we serious? I'm not, bro. I'm not looking outside. You go ahead. I cannot believe this. So now we're getting some insight. Obviously, Tedero McMillan, the best Arizona wide receiver to exist. 3rd down and 4 for the Panthers already. This is probably going to be another 3 and out. This is so bad. Young in shotgun, rolling to his right at the 20-yard line. He could run if he wants to. He throws, and it's dropped by Jatavian Sanders. A flag is down. And depending on the penalty, Carolina could pick up a 1st down, or they have to punt. I'm not looking, bro. And it's prior to the pass, holding on the defense. That's going to be an automatic first down for the Panthers. That's huge. It's Max Melton guilty of the holding. So the Panthers, like the two worst drives I've ever seen, we're going to get bailed out and get a first down. All right, we got away with one there. Jeez. My gosh, I cannot believe this start. This is so sad. I'm surprised we even got a penalty. That's how bad they feel for us right now, is we're actually getting penalties called for us where we can get first down. That never happens. All right, first down and 10 for the Panthers. It is play action. Young looking downfield, just going to check it down to Chuba Hubbard. And Hubbard breaks off a tackle, cuts it back, and we'll get a solid gain past the line of scrimmage. Gain of 4 yards. Bro, Nathan, stop. I'm not looking outside. It's a gain of 3 for Chuba Hubbard, and it'll be second down and 7. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm about to ban this dude. A gain of 3 on the carry for Hubbard. Now T-Mac, Leggett, and Bryson Tremaine on the left. Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. They're going to wave Tremaine in motion to the right side of the field. It is play action. Young throws, and his pass is caught by Bryson Tremaine. A spectacular catch for a Carolina first down. Bryce to Bryson as it goes off of his left hand for a moment and makes an incredible grab. My goodness. Wow, what a catch by Tremaine. He just snagged it off of his left hand on play action. And Bulka was a little bit thrown behind from Bryce Young, but Bryson Tremaine, okay. You good, G. David Moore on the left, Leggett on the right, Hubbard in the backfield, and Jatavian Sanders, a blocking tight end on first down and 10. Panthers are in Arizona territory. And this is going to be an end around for Xavier Leggett, who will get to the line of scrimmage, maybe get a yard on the play. And I already have some thoughts about Xavier Leggett, who was the Panthers' 32nd overall selection in last year's draft. They actually traded up from 33 to 32. They could get him in the first round and get the 5th-year option on Xavier Leggett, who has been very underwhelming for a first-round draft pick, considering that the likes of Ladd McConkey and Keon Coleman were available at pick 32 last season. Second down and 9 for the Panthers. Trips right, T-Mac and Leggett on the left. It's a screen pass to Leggett, and this is going to lose about 2-3 yards. Absolutely fooling nobody. Just fooling literally nobody. As Brandon Aubrey is attempting a 64-yard field goal to go to overtime, and he made it. Wow. That is crazy. This Giants-Cowboys game is legendary right now. Oh, my goodness. Brandon Aubrey just made a 64-yard field goal to send it to overtime. That's my fantasy kicker. 6 points right there. All right, third down and 11 for the Panthers now. Trips right, McMillan on the left, and Rico Dowdle in the backfield. Young takes the shotgun snap, rolling to his left, gets hit as he throws, and his pass is intercepted. Yeah, that's probably it, man. I can't even believe this. This is so crazy. I just, wow. I have no clue what to say right now. I am so hurt. Wow. I cannot believe this. It's definitely over. Wow. I have no words. I'm like, wow. So third down and 11. Panthers need to make a play, and Bryce Young gets hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. I mean, his career is cooked, dude. What else do you even do? What else do you do? We are not even halfway through the first quarter, and we already lost this game more than likely. We're already down 7-0. The Cardinals haven't touched the football on offense, and we're already down 7-0. Bryce has a fumble that was recovered for a touchdown, and now has thrown an interception. It is so bad. It's we are done, dude. This is like, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm at a complete loss for words. At least the game against Jacksonville last week, like, it was bad. Obviously, we didn't play up to par. But for how Bryce Young has played so far in his career, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. Like, it actually, I still had some optimism, especially looking back at week 1 last year, because week 1 and week 2 last year was like the worst time period, at least in my life. I'm very young, but the worst time period, at least in my lifetime, of being a Panthers fan. And I genuinely am starting to question what's worse, last year's week 1 or 2 or this year's. Because this game is already over. That's 2 turnovers before we're halfway through the first quarter. Already a fumble recovered for a touchdown, and now an interception, which I even want to defend this, and I can't. I can't defend it. I mean, the blocking doesn't help him out. I'll say that. There's just no time in the pocket. And even if he wants to make a play here, he just gets absolutely decked. So here comes the Cardinals offense for the first time today. And that's going to be a free play. Oh, my goodness. Free play on the first play. My gosh. Trevon Moehrig steps over the line of scrimmage before the snap. So the first offensive play for the Arizona Cardinals was already a free play. This is so bad. Wow. This is like genuinely so bad. I cannot believe this. Oh, but there was also holding. Wow, there was also holding on the Cardinals. So I believe they'll just redo first down and 10. Okay, so that's the second time Carolina's gotten bailed out with the flag so far. I don't think we're going to put down penalties as a statistic for success. That was a very blatant and obvious jump from Trevon Moehrig, and the Cardinals get penalized for holding during a play that probably shouldn't have counted. So Carolina kind of gets benefit of the doubt there. So they'll replay first down and 10. Murray rolling to his right. He's got wheels on him, and Kyler Murray will run for about a 2-yard gain before he steps out of bounds. It'll be second down and 8. I'm so at a loss for words right now. Just all the momentum and build up throughout the offseason, throughout the performances from last year, you just wouldn't think what is happening in front of our faces right now is possible. I don't even know what to say. It's second down and 8. And it's a carry for James Conner, who will get another yard or 2, third down and 6 for the Cardinals. I mean, we're not even at the 5-minute mark in the first quarter, and it already feels like we're down by 20 points. And it's 7-0. And it could very well eventually get to 20 points in this game if this is how we're going to play. And I mean, so far, assuming our defense gives up a first down here, it's the same old Panthers defense. I guess we'll have to see. Third down and 6. Trips right. Wilson on the left for Arizona. And the Panthers looking to send the heat at Kyler Murray. Nick Scorton got in there but couldn't get him down. Now Kyler Murray rolling to his right. Chucks it downfield, and it is incomplete for Marvin Harrison, but there's the pass interference flag. I knew it was coming. You can never be so sure. Sometimes you can never make a play on defense. It is really hard. I must say, this is absolutely going to sound like an excuse. It is very hard to play cornerback in the NFL, because if your back is turned like that, the penalty was going to go against Mike Jack as he was in coverage on Marvin Harrison. If you're Mike Jack in this situation, if you don't hold Marvin Harrison down a little bit or get in his face or in his area to catch this football, it's going to be a touchdown. I mean, he was already beat on the play, but that's the only thing that Mike Jack can really do in that situation to try and make a play and stop Arizona from scoring a big touchdown. And unfortunately, he'll get penalized for it. So first down and goal at the Carolina 5. Murray lobbing for Marvin Harrison, and it's incomplete. Mike Jack wins this battle. No penalties this time, and it'll be second down and goal. I was honestly pretty sure that Marvin Harrison would just make this catch. It'd be 14-0. We just get the ball back. But Mike Jack, his left hand gets in there. He makes a good defensive play, incomplete. Now second down and goal for the Cardinals. They thought they'd get the easy touchdown. They just went back to Marvin Harrison. But this time, Mike Jack defends it correctly and legal. No penalties on that play. Second and goal from the Carolina 5. Connor in the backfield. And this will be a read option. Kyler Murray trying to run with the football. And he is taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a TFL. It's DJ Wanham who makes sure Kyler Murray cannot escape and get into the end zone. It's going to be a loss of about 3 yards and third down and goal for the Cardinals. And a huge win for the Panthers defense if they can get a stop right here and force Arizona to kick 3. At least make this game somewhat manageable if a miracle can be made on the offensive side of the ball. Because I'm truly not blaming our defense for this start, especially even if Arizona gets a field goal. I mean, the only reason they're in this situation is because of the pass interference penalty on Mike Jack. So third and goal. Murray, it's going to be a screen pass to Michael Wilson. He's got blocks up ahead, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. There is a penalty down. It was thrown at the line of scrimmage. So this is all pending the penalty. Michael Wilson caught it for the touchdown, but the celebration is currently fading from the Arizona sideline. It looks like it's on the Cardinals. It is going to be a holding penalty against Arizona. This is going to be a 10-yard penalty, and it's now going to be third and goal at the Carolina 18-yard line. It's against Trey McBride. One of the best tight ends in the NFL is called for the penalty here as he held – oh, that's absolutely a penalty. He held Nick Scott. Yep, there's the penalty. It'll be third and goal now from the Carolina 18. That's a good call. That is the correct call. Third and goal from the Panthers 18 now. And now if you give up a touchdown here, that's pretty embarrassing. I can't lie. But let's see. Third down and goal. Princely Uman-Mielen, the third-round draft pick coming off the edge. Murray checks it down. It is caught. And a tackle is made at the 11-yard line by Lathan Ransom. It's Trey Benson with the reception, the former Seminole. And it's Ransom, who just won the national championship at Ohio State last season, making the tackle. So a Trey McBride holding penalty halts the Cardinals' second touchdown of this game. What would have been their first offensive touchdown. And now Chad Ryland will attempt a field goal. He was 28 for 32 last season. His longest was from 58 yards out. And this to give Arizona a double-digit lead. Good snap, good hold, and a 29-yard field goal is good. Basically an extra point from Chad Ryland. And the Cardinals tag on 3 more points to take a 10-0 lead on the Panthers. And Carolina's going to need an absolute wake-up call, a miracle on offense to get something going, because those first 2 offensive drives, some of the worst I've ever seen. Hopefully the Panthers get it going. And we're watching live on Sports Talk with Chris.
Ain't tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Riding around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I've been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend. Y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah. I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Oh. Ain't tell me it's a walk in the park. Tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Riding around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I've been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend. Y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah. I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta
5:19 to go here in the first quarter, and I just cannot believe this start. Wow. This is so bad, man. I don't even know what we did wrong. I mean, just been cursed forever. This will be returned by Trevor Etienne. He gets it at the 1-yard line. He's up to the 30, to the 35-yard line, and a good return from the 4th-round selection out of Georgia. And here comes the Carolina Panthers on offense. I have still no words. We really, really need Bryce Young on the offense to do something. There is only so many more chances we could give Bryce Young, man. I truly love this guy. I really wanted this dude in the draft. We got him. He's here. He's made plays before. And it's getting to the point where we can't be like, we have to see it now on the field. It's not coming. If it doesn't come anytime soon in this game, it's not here, man. And it's life. As it's a carry for Rico Dowdle, who is going to bounce off a couple of tackles and will get about 2-3 yards on the carry. Dowdle had 1,000 rushing yards with Dallas last season. This has just been the worst start of all time. Just literally nightmare start for the Panthers. Bryce Young on the 3rd play of the game fumbles. It's scooped up by the Cardinals, and they score a touchdown. And then the ensuing drive, Bryce Young and the Panthers actually get something going. They're driving down the field, and then gets hit as he thrown, and it's intercepted. 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers. Rico Dowdle in the backfield. Renfro and T-Mac on the left. Leggett on the right. They're going to wave Tommy Tremble in motion. Young on 2nd down and 8, throws over the middle. It's caught. It's Tedero McMillan to the 30, to the 25, down to the 20-yard line. The Cali to Cali connection. Tedero McMillan, his biggest play of his NFL career thus far, and he puts the Panthers in prime position, but a Cardinal is down at the end of the play. Wow. How about T-Mac catching the ball in stride? And an incredible yard after catch. You got to hope that this Cardinal is okay. As we're going to step aside for just a moment, it's Max Melton, who was guilty of a holding penalty earlier in this game, who's down. But nothing the less, it's Bryce Young to Tedero McMillan over the middle for a gain of 40 yards. A huge play that could hopefully install some momentum into this Panther offense. We're going to go back on a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I've been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the Mont St. Mass. I skipped class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Oh. Ain't tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I've been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the Mont St. Mass. I skipped class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Oh. Ain't tell me it's a walk in the park.
So Max Melton is getting helped off to the side. A really unfortunate sight here in Arizona. We got to hope that he's okay. He's the one that made the tackle on Tedero McMillan and just took a big hit on the turf while making the tackle on T-Mac. And although he is hurt, he made a crucial touchdown-saving tackle for his team. So got to hope that he is all good as he'll go to the sideline and get checked out. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. A 40-yard gain of Bryce Young to Tedero McMillan, which, I mean, maybe get something going for this team, it would be awesome. We'll have to say that was a crucial, we needed some crazy just burst. Like, come on, let's go. And there it is, a 40-yard play. Bryce Young to Tedero McMillan. Now, Bryce Young is going out as a receiver. It is Wildcat. Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard in the backfield together. Dowdle going to take it for himself, and Rico Dowdle will get about a 4-yard gain on the play. It was Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Bryce Young went out as a receiver. And an interesting play call from Dave Canales and the Panthers coaching staff. We'll go back to, I believe this is the Tedero McMillan, the big play over the middle. Is just wide open in the middle of the field. A good ball from Bryce Young, and he turns on the Jets. Gets about a 40-yard gain. Would have absolutely loved for him to get in the end zone. But here we go, 2nd down and 7 at the Arizona 19-yard line. Rico Dowdle in the backfield. Young takes the shotgun snap, throws over the middle, and it is tipped and incomplete. The intended target was Xavier Legette. Broken up by Arizona. It is 3rd down and 7. It's Legette getting a good amount of targets. It's Garrett Williams that was in coverage on XL. And this pass is incomplete over the middle. So now a crucial 3rd down. Fortunate for the Panthers that they are in field goal range for the rookie kicker Ryan Fitzgerald if needed. The Panthers would prefer to go for 6. 3rd down and 7. 2 options on both sides. Hubbard in the backfield. Young takes the shotgun snap. He throws. His pass is caught. It's Tedero McMillan down the sideline and out of bounds. 1st and goal for the Panthers. And Tedero McMillan is proving that he can be a top 10 receiver in the NFL very soon. My goodness. T-Mac is available on every single play. Just a simple comeback route. Quarterback friendly. Catch radius, he pushes a defender off, and now 1st down and goal. The Panthers offense has something going, and Tedero McMillan just continuing to prove that he is that guy for the Panthers. 1st down and goal. Rico Dowdle in the backfield at the Arizona 9-yard line. Carolina was last in percentage on red zone touchdowns in the 2024 season. It's Dowdle, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage. 3 Cardinals defenders bring him down for a loss of about 2 to 3 yards. It's Tomlinson and company on the tackle, and it will be 2nd and goal for the Panthers. Just nothing doing on the run game there. But how about Tedero McMillan? My goodness. I mean, this guy is just, he's the only bright spot that we may have on this whole team, and that might be a hot take. I know there's guys like J.C. Horn and Derek Brown, and J.C. Horn had an incredible interception last week, but just Tedero McMillan is there every single play. Now 2nd down and goal from the Panthers. Trips to the right. T-Mac to the left. 2nd and goal. Young is going to take off. He's to the 10-yard line before he's out of bounds. Gets out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Pushed by Budda Baker. Bryce Young actually jumps into the stands and then jumps back out. 3rd down and goal for the Panthers. Showing off the hops is Bryce Young. All right, so what do we do here? 3rd down and goal at the Arizona 9. I mean, we would love to see a Carolina Panthers touchdown right here, but are we going to get that is the question. 3rd down and goal for the Panthers. Legette, Renfro, McMillan on the left, Jatavian Sanders on the right, Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. 1 minute to go in the 1st quarter, 3rd down and goal. Young takes the shotgun snap. He's rolling to his left. He chucks it into the end zone. It is incomplete. The intended target was Hunter Renfro, who got hit in the head off a knee of a Cardinal at the end of the play. It won't amount to anything. No penalties. And an incomplete pass from Young to Renfro. Carolina is forced to settle for 3 points. And a little unfortunate. The Panthers had an opportunity to make a play there, but it does not happen. Ryan Fitzgerald last season for Florida State, 13 for 14. His longest field goal was a 59-yarder. Had a solid debut against the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. This one from 27 yards out, and Fitzgerald is true. So Bryce Young hits the number 8 overall selection, Tedero McMillan, for a big play over the middle, get 40 yards, and to set up the Carolina Panthers inside the red zone. Unfortunately, Carolina's unable to get into the end zone, but they put 3 points on the board and give themselves an opportunity in this game. We'll be back in just a moment. 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This return will go up to about the 23-yard line before it's Thomas Incoom and the Carolina Panthers special teams making a big-time tackle. And now we have some words exchange with both sides. Derek Brown and some other Panthers in the middle of it. And this is getting a little chippy here between Carolina and Arizona before the referees get involved and separate the bunch. That was the last thing I was expecting to see. All right, Arizona gets the football back. 10-3 is the score. All right, that drive made me feel a lot better. It made me feel a lot better. It's not going to take away the fact that Bryce Young lost the football and it was recovered for a touchdown, or the fact that he threw an interception, and both of those amounted to the Cardinals having 10 points right now. But that last drive looked a lot better. Would have been really nice to get in the end zone there. But if our defense can get some stops on the Cardinals and we can do what we just did on that last drive, then the Panthers can really show something, as James Conner has nowhere to go. It's Pat Jones II coming over from the Minnesota Vikings, who makes the tackle on James Conner after a yard or two. It is now second down for Arizona. And if for those interested in some of those 1 o'clock games, the Giants-Cowboys still in overtime down to the final moments, as Brandon Aubrey is about to attempt a 46-yard field goal to win it for the Dallas Cowboys. If he misses, that game ends in a tie. Second down and 8 for the Cardinals. Michael Wilson will switch over to the left side of the field. They waved him in motion, and now Kyler Murray's just not going to snap the football. End of the first quarter. The Arizona Cardinals lead the Carolina Panthers 10-3 is the final score. It was certainly a quarter of football. But hopefully the Panthers can get something going here on defense. And if they do, if the offense does what they just did on that last drive, they should be just fine. As we'll be back in just a moment, you're watching live on Sports Talk with Chris.
Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I've been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Tell me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I've been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Tell me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I've been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Tell me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk.
All right, second down and 8 to begin the second quarter. That was one of the quarters of football I have ever seen. But somehow the Carolina Panthers are only down by a touchdown. The Cardinals have it second down and 8. Murray throws over the middle, and the ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. The Carolina Panthers defense bringing the pressure. It's Derek Brown who we dearly missed last season, was injured in week 1 against the Saints, did not play the rest of the season, who gets his hand up in the air and knocks Kyler Murray's pass down. Now 3rd down and 8 for the Cardinals. A big-time play from Derek Brown. We have missed his veteran presence. He had a meniscus tear in week 1, but prior to that, he had 103 tackles in 2023, the most tackles a defensive or a DT has had in his NFL career ever. We've never seen that before from a player. As Murray throws and his pass is caught. McBride, 1st down Cardinals. Moehrig was in coverage. The Panthers tried to bring pressure, but did not get it in time. So there goes the chances of getting a stop on this drive, more than likely. That was probably your best bet on a 3rd down and 8. And a good play by Kyler Murray to find McBride. He's able to get separation from Trevon Moehrig. And that was one of those attempts where Carolina was trying to bring Murray to the ground rather than trying to play coverage and let Kyler Murray escape and get a 1st down. Unfortunately, a better play from the 2019 number 1 overall selection and keeps this drive alive for the Cardinals. 1st down and 10. It is play action. Murray pump fakes, has time. He's rolling to his left. He can run if he wants to, and Kyler Murray gets away. We'll get about 2 yards on the run before Mike Jack is there for the pursuit. He pushes him out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And Kyler Murray, just this incredible speed that he brings as a quarterback. You don't see it out of a lot of the QBs in the league. You have guys like Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, but just from a speed standpoint, he runs so hard with the football. And Kyler Murray just able to make plays out of the pocket with his feet. 2nd down and 8 for Arizona, very similar to their last couple of plays. They've been in a 2nd down and 8, 3rd down and 8 situation. This is a carry for James Conner, cuts it to the left, and is met by Derek Brown, who will take him down after a yard. And now they'll call the play dead. Nick Scott was in there as well. How about Derek Brown making a play? So Jero Evero in his 3rd season as DC for the Panthers. Worst run defense, and total was the worst. But it's just crazy how bad it's been. It's their pressure percentage. It was 3rd lowest in 2023. It was last in 2024 and was last week against the Jaguars. I mean, it's just been all over the place. 3rd down and 7 for the Cardinals. Trips left. Trey Benson in the backfield. Can the Panthers get them off the field this time? Murray, he's in trouble, and he is met. The 3rd round selection, Princely Umanmielen, with the sack on Kyler Murray. It is 4th down, and the Cardinals will boot the football back to Carolina. The 3rd round selection, Princely Umanmielen, who recorded double-digit sacks in his senior season at Ole Miss, able to beat his man and get to Kyler Murray before he's able to make a play downfield. It's the 1st sack of the game for the Carolina Panthers, and Princely Umanmielen will stay out for special teams. 4th down and 16. And the rookie making a big-time play, ending the drive for the Arizona Cardinals as they'll boot it back to Carolina. This is Trevor Etienne on the return at about the 12-yard line. He gets it up past the 20 to about the 24-yard line. That is where the Panthers will start their next drive. And I saw some extra pushing and shoving at the end of that play as well. So both teams have really been talking their talk, but Princely Umanmielen with the sack. We'll be back in just a moment.
Ain't to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the village. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Oh. Ain't tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands and they all stay. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park.
In a very, very odd way, I'm actually starting to get some encouragement from this team. This has just been such a weird game so far. And if you're just tuning into it, Bryce Young on his opening drive for the Panthers, his third play of the game actually, loses the football. It is a scoop and score touchdown for the Cardinals. Ensuing drive, Bryce Young is hit on third down while throwing the football, throws an interception. And I'm saying that aloud, and it sounds like, yep, his career is absolutely over. Then we get some defensive stops in the middle. Bryce Young hits Tetero McMillan for a 40-yard gain. The Panthers, unfortunately, end that drive on a field goal. But there is a sense of change that is happening in this game, and it's going in the direction of the Carolina Panthers right now. So let's see if the Panthers can put themselves an offensive drive, an opportunity to go tie this football game, because this has just been a whirlwind of emotions so far from the Panthers. First down and 10, despite all the miscues to start this game, some really horrific miscues, the Panthers are still very much in this football game. As T-Mac on the left, Renfro Leggett on the right, Jatavian Sanders and Chuba Hubbard in the backfield with Bryce Young. It is play action. First down and 10. Young throws over the middle, and it's wide open. Tetero McMillan for another Carolina Panther first down. T-Mac has arrived. The Cali to Cali connection is true, and every single play, Bryce Young is looking for the 6'5" Tetero McMillan, who makes another big-time reception for the Panthers. They keep the chains moving. So now with a little bit of tempo, first down and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Chuba Hubbard right next to Bryce Young. Renfro and Leggett on the right. Young looking at the O-line. This will be a carry for Hubbard, and Chuba Hubbard will get about 2-3 yards on the run, make it second down and 7. Just Tetero McMillan is such a reliable weapon. 4 receptions for 75 yards already. This is his second game of his NFL career, and he already looks like a veteran. He's creating space. He's being quarterback friendly with his insane catch radius, and has just been compliments of Bryce Young. He is keeping the Carolina Panthers single-handedly in this game on the offensive side of the ball. So trips left, Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Young and shotgun throws. It is caught. Jatavian Sanders, a gain of 7, down just shy of the first down marker. It'll be third down and 1 for Carolina. And Bryce Young, again, calm and composed, just takes the snap, flips it to Jatavian Sanders. This is just completely different from how he looked in the first 2 drives. This is very solid so far. Carolina 1 for 4 on third down conversions. They could really use this one. Third down and 1 for the Panthers. Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. And so is Rico Dowdle. David Moore in as a receiver as well. Hubbard gets the carry. He was in the fullback position, and he has enough for a Panther first down. Got the extra help from guard Robert Hunt, who came over from the Miami Dolphins last offseason. Signed a big 5-year, $100 million contract to join the Carolina Panthers. And let's keep moving the football down the field. The Panthers now in Arizona territory, first down and 10. They're going to go 5 wide with Xavier Leggett, Hunter Renfro, and Tommy Tremble on the right. Chuba Hubbard and Tetero McMillan on the left. T-Mac and Renfro are the ones in the slot. First down and 10 for the Panthers. Young. Only 3, and his pass is incomplete for Chuba Hubbard. He put the football where it needed to be, just Hubbard unable to come down with it. It was Will Johnson in coverage. And just, you could say it was a little bit too high of a pass from Bryce Young. Just, you're looking for a target. That'd be a good football if you're throwing to 6'5" Tetero McMillan, but not necessarily halfback Chuba Hubbard. So it'll be incomplete. They're unable to make the connection on first down. It'll be second down and 10 for the Panthers. And although they are in Arizona territory, this is no means field goal range for the rookie kicker Ryan Fitzgerald. So Carolina would like to get much more deeper into Arizona territory. Young rolling to his right, and he's going to flip it to Trevor Etienne. Etienne makes 2 guys miss and turned a negative play, which nearly was a Bryce Young sack, into a 2-yard gain. Carolina keeping their plays alive. It is now third down and 8 for the Panthers. And an incredible play from Bryce Young where he is about to get sacked. He could lose about 4 yards on this play. Flips it at the last moment to the 4th round selection of this year's draft, Trevor Etienne. Makes 2 guys miss some incredible cutbacks. Able to gain 2 yards and turn it into 3rd down and 8. 5 wide once again for the Panthers. T-Mac in the slot on the right side of the field. 3rd down and 8 with the play clock winding down to 2. Down to 1. They got to snap this football. And they do. And they do not actually. Wow, we have been pump faked. This is likely going to be a false start. Or not a false start, excuse me, but a delay of game. Unless Dave Canales called timeout. And it is a delay of game. That is unfortunate. Those delay of games are just absolute drive killers. You cannot have that happen. Especially when you're in sync, in rhythm. The moment you have to stop, just like Carolina has to do right there, it kind of just defeats the whole purpose of go, 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 staying in momentum, staying in rhythm. That just defeats the whole purpose when you have delay of game penalties and these inexcusable penalties that you just cannot have in games. This changes the whole dynamic of the game. And this changes the whole dynamic of this play because Carolina now backed up on a 3rd and 13. It's very unlikely they can get the 1st down. But if they do, this could very much keep the drive alive and touchdown hopes alive for this drive. 3rd and 13. Young throws, completes it. Renfro gets to the 40. He is well short of the 1st down marker, but it makes Dave Canales and the offense think here. This would be 4th and pretty long. You could take the long field goal attempt. It would really be an unfortunate spot to punt the football. 4th down and 8 for the Panthers. I have a feeling we are going to punt the ball. I don't know if, Bryce Young's off the field, so we're doing some sort of kicking. But I'm going to assume we're punting the football here. I don't know if we trust Ryan Fitzgerald to take this long of a field goal, and we do not. We're punting. That sucks. So Sam Martin, who came over from the Buffalo Bills, is out to boot it away for the Panthers. Would really love for him to pin Arizona deep if he can, or actually, we're just going to take the delay game penalty again and move back to make this an easier punt. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's such a rough spot to be in on the football field because when it's 4th and 8 and you're in that situation, you don't want to necessarily go for it. You're not close enough to go for it where it's manageable enough to get the 1st down. And the field goal's too long for your kicker, but then it's too short to punt. You're just in such a weird situation. So it's technically the correct move to take the delay of game here and now punt the football. It's just a little frustrating that Carolina had, again, momentum on this drive, and it was going well before a delay of game penalty on what was a 3rd down and 8 turned into a 3rd and 13 and can flip the momentum and the dynamic in this game. Sam Martin boots it away, and this is going to drop at about the 5, and DJ Johnson, Claudin Shirless will catch it at the 9-yard line. And that is where Arizona will start this drive. They'll have to go 91 yards if they want to get in the end zone. So a solid punt from Sam Martin, pushing them back, and we will see how Arizona responds. You're watching live on Sports Talk with Chris.
Ain't tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I've been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands and the all state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say you can come to the Ville, just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Oh. Ain't tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I've been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the Moss ain't mess. I skip class.
just such an odd game that we have watched so far because Carolina has really played not up to par, especially on the first two drives. Just inexcusable football. And then all of a sudden, you have the Panthers just moving the football down the field. Now it hasn't amounted to much, unfortunately, now that Carolina still only has 3 points on the board and they're giving the football right back to Arizona. But after those two just horrific miscues on the offensive side of the ball, we've seen a complete turnaround on both sides. So hopefully that can continue to go. First down and 10, the Cardinals starting from their own 10-yard line. James Conner in the backfield, and this will be a carry for him. Conner finds some space before he is met by the Panthers defense. As now they're showing a game that was the Panthers divisional round game against the Cardinals in 2008. Arizona won this game pretty reasonable. They're showing ages of some of these Cardinals players on this team. Marvin Harrison was 6 years old. Will Johnson was 5. I mean, it's crazy to see that we're already in the year 2025, a lot different talent in the NFL. Now, much younger talent, obviously, compared to those who were playing in 2008. Second down and 6. That was a gain of 4 for James Conner. And they're going to wave a tight end in motion, go back to Conner on the ground. Cuts it inside. James Conner has a first down before he is taken down by Bobby Brown. And good use of rhyme there, but James Conner going to keep the drive alive for Arizona. I mean, there's only so much that the Carolina Panthers defense can do. We know. There is no need to cherry pick it or anything. We know that this is not one of the top tier defensive units in the entire league. It's not going to be a top tier unit in the entire league for at least some time. We have to develop the rookies we have on this team. We have to continue to add talent to the defensive side of this team. But when we do get opportunities and stops, you'd really like our offense to cash in for touchdowns, field goals, etc. It's first down and 10. Kyler Murray going to take a shot downfield, and his pass is in and out of the hands of Marvin Harrison. And it's Coach Bates on the Carolina Panthers sideline who makes the reception. And he is hyped after that. Marvin Harrison drops the football. Coach Bates makes the catch. It'll be second down and 10. Coach Bates hyped on the sideline. I love Coach Bates, man. Always bringing the energy for the Carolina Panthers, as he's the one that catches the drop from Marvin Harrison. It'll be second down and 10 for Arizona. James Conner, 4th in the NFL since 2021 in most total touchdowns. As he is in the backfield for second down and 10, he's not going to get the carry. It's play action. Murray looking to take off. He checks it down to James Conner, and this is going to go for a first down and more. Conner up ahead, gain of near 20. As Kyler Murray had the pocket collapse, had to do something, just checked it down to James Conner, who's able to make the reception and get yards after the catch. A first down and a lot more for Arizona. And just you can see again the pocket collapsing. Kyler Murray has to do something. An impressive catch from James Conner. Initially had to keep it alive with his right hand. Tipped it to himself, was able to make the reception. First down and 10. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Murray 3 for 6 for 33 yards thus far. He throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for Trey McBride. Mike Jack was there to make the tackle either way. But it's off the hands of McBride now. So a couple of plays on this drive for Arizona where Kyler Murray and his receiving core has just been unable to hook up. As Marvin Harrison had that drop, Trey McBride has the drop there. And James Conner's on the sideline. He has been the bright spot so far for this Arizona offense. And unfortunately for the last 2 seasons, the bright spot for each offense has been their run game against the Carolina Panthers. Second down and 10 with 5 minutes to go in the first half. And we are going to get a timeout from Arizona. As Jonathan Gannon maybe saw the play clock coming down or something that he didn't like. And that'll be the game's first timeout from either team. So the Cardinals will have 2 more remaining here in this first half, leading 10-3 on the Panthers. Arizona also gets the football to start the second half, as we have to keep in mind, yes, they scored a minute and a half into the game, but that was because Bryce Young fumbled the football, and it was a scoop and score for the Cardinals. which means Carolina did get the football first, and that Arizona, unfortunately, despite all this, is going to get the football to start the second half. So if you're the Panthers, best case scenario here would be to force a stop on the Cardinals, go score some points before halftime before you have to give Arizona the ball back either way to start the second half. So wave Zay Jones in motion, 2nd down and 10 after the timeout. Murray throws downfield over the middle, wide open is McBride for a 1st down and more. Nick Scott makes the tackle as Arizona is back in Carolina territory. An explosive play over the middle of the field. Kyler Murray hits his tight end, Trey McBride. And Carolina has had their opportunities to get stops on defense, but you can't allow that when you have a wide open tight end in the middle of the field. Fortunately, the pursuit of Nick Scott makes that tackle. I don't know if another man was behind to get Trey McBride. So you could say a touchdown saving tackle from Nick Scott, 1st down and 10 for Arizona at the Carolina 29. 2 backs alongside Kyler Murray. It's Connor who gets the carry before he is pushed out of bounds by J.C. Horn. A flag is down, and J.C. Horn is not happy at all. My goodness. Even punched the football out of Connor's hands. And it's going to be a personal foul, face mask on the offense. And Jonathan Gannon has no reaction to that. It's the Cardinals called for another penalty. Carolina's gotten really lucky with how many penalties have gone their way so far in this game. It's an offensive face mask penalty on the Cardinals. And, I mean, that's pretty obvious hold. Yeah, that's, wow. Derek Brown's helmet literally moved off of his head. That is... My goodness, you don't see it in the play if you're just watching from my perspective, but if you're solely watching Derek Brown's matchup there, that was a very good call. It's a loss of 15 yards, and it's 1st and 25 for the Arizona Cardinals. So Carolina, yards-wise, have it worse in penalties, but both teams have not done a good job playing clean football so far. And this backs up Arizona a ton. 1st and 25, a carry for Kyler Murray on the read option, and he will slide at the Carolina 38-yard line, able to get some of those yards back as J.C. Horn continues to talk to the Arizona Cardinals offense. It's a gain of 5 on the scramble from Kyler Murray. It'll be 2nd down and 20. Would be very embarrassing for Carolina here if they give up a 1st down to the Cardinals. You'd love to get a stop, force them to 3, give Bryce Young and the offense one more chance to go get some points before halftime, knowing that the Cardinals do get the ball to start the second half. And they are already leading in this football game. 2nd and 20, 2 receivers on the right, Marvin Harrison on the left. Murray looking over the middle of the field, now rolling to his right. Princely Umanmielen trying to catch him. A flag is down. Murray floats it out of bounds. It is incomplete. This is all pending the penalty that came as Murray was scrambling away. And it looks like this is going to go against Arizona once again. And let's see if this is correct. The referees were pointing a hold in Arizona's direction, and that is going to be the call. Another hold against the Arizona Cardinals, and they now have more penalties than the Panthers in this game. And this time it's on Jonah Williams. It's going to back up Arizona even more, only hurting their chances of getting points on this drive. As, Princely Umanmielen is held pretty well there. As the rookie, he got his first career sack earlier in this game, was looking for his second, not only of his career, but for this game. And was held pretty nicely by Jonah Williams. He is penalized. It is 2nd and 30. And the Cardinals now all the way at the Carolina 49-yard line. Trey Benson in the backfield. Murray takes the shotgun snap, throws over the middle, completes it before a big tackle is made by Lathan Ransom, 5th-round selection out of Ohio State. It was him and Christian Roseboom who came over from the Los Angeles Rams making the tackle. It's a gain of 9 from Murray to McBride. 3rd and 21 for the Cardinals. This would be a very long field goal attempt, so their goal may be just to run the football, screen pass, try and get Carolina off guard with something to gain yardage. Again, would be really concerning if the Carolina Panthers gave up a 1st down here. 3rd and 21, trips right, McBride on the left. And it's going to be Benson in the backfield. James Conner is on the sideline. This is going to be a carry for Trey Benson. He's got space up ahead, and Benson will put Arizona in the field goal range, but will not get the 1st down. He's taken down at the Carolina 30-yard line. So we are going to go to the 2-minute warning as Chad Ryland will come onto the field afterward to attempt a field goal, give Arizona a 10-point lead if he makes it. But for now, we hit the 2-minute warning. The Arizona Cardinals lead the Carolina Panthers 10-3 is your score. You're watching live on Sports Talk with Krish.
Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the Mont St. Mess. I skipped class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart.
We are back from the 2-minute warning. Chad Ryland will have a field goal attempt to give Arizona a 13-3 lead if he knocks it down. 4th down and 10 for the Cardinals. Either way, Bryce Young and the offense are going to get an opportunity here. A 2-minute drill to try and go get a touchdown field goal, just put some points on the board and give the Panthers a chance in this ball game. Remember, Arizona gets the football to start the second half. A 47-yard field goal from Chad Ryland. It is hooking, but he got it to go just through. It looked like it was about to hit the left post, but he buries it and has some words for the Panthers sideline as Arizona now takes a 13-3 lead on Carolina. Chad Ryland, that ball started hooking left, but just barely goes through. Arizona now up 13-3 on the Panthers. Bryce Young and the offense get the football with 1:55 remaining. And an opportunity to get themselves back into this ball game. If they can at least get a field goal, touchdown, make it a 1-possession game before we go to the half. And again, I keep expressing it, but the Cardinals get the football to start the second half. So if Carolina does not score here, we already know we don't have the best defensive unit in the world. There is not a very good chance that if we get this stop, the Panthers defense is going to stop Arizona to start the second half, which could really put us behind in this game. So could really use a good drive from Bryce Young on the offense, pull us back into this game. And they've shown some signs of improvement after those 2 horrific miscues to start this game. The scoop and score fumble, which is so far the only touchdown of this game. And then Bryce Young throwing an interception on the next drive. Other than that, Bryce Young, I can't believe I have to say other than that, man. Bryce Young has looked very good after that. He has looked like Bryce Young after that. So hopefully we can get this going again. Etienne on the return, he's up to the 30. He spins out of a tackle, and Trevor Etienne, the 36-yard line, a flag comes in very late. And usually when flags come in like that, it's usually on the return team. Yeah, this is probably on Carolina. That's unfortunate. That was a really good return from Trevor Etienne. And the refs discussing it over. And it's a holding on the receiving team. That penalty is declined. So there's 2 holdings on the Panthers on that return there. So, I mean, usually when there's that big of a play, sometimes it can't go your way. So, but how about Tedero McMillan, the number 8 overall pick, has kept Carolina in this game. 4 receptions for 75 yards thus far in only his 2nd career game. Very impressive for T-Mac, who is from this area in Arizona, went to college at Arizona University, played for the Wildcats. 75 receiving yards for T-Mac, only 36 for the rest of the offense. Got to think Bryce Young looking for him here, but the Panthers are starting from their own 11 after that holding penalty. So 1st down and 10, they're going to start this with a run to Chuba Hubbard. That'll go for about 2-3 yards, and Carolina's got to stay in hurry up. They have all 3 timeouts, but they have to keep it moving if they want to go get points before halftime. If I had to guess, Carolina's looking for a field goal here, but their 2nd touchdown of the 2025 season would be huge. 2nd down and 7 for the Panthers. They are letting clock wind down. They need to move it. Let's go. 2 receivers on both sides. Chuba Hubbard to the left of Bryce Young. And it's 2nd down and 7. 1:15 to go in the first half. The Panthers are letting time tick before Young takes this snap, rolls to his right, throws, and it is dropped by Xavier Legette. Incomplete, and it's now 3rd down and 7. I mean, some things just never change. Hilarious. And I don't know if we're going to get a replay on that. I can't tell if the ball hit the turf prior to getting to Xavier Legette or he just straight up dropped the football. Wasn't much there. So 3rd down and 7. Now you have to think of it from this point of view. If Carolina does not get 7 yards right here, the Cardinals are getting the football back right here, and they get it to start the second half. This could really be bad for the Panthers if they don't convert this. Young in shotgun. Throws over the middle, and it is caught by Jatavian Sanders for a first down. That keeps the drive alive, and the Panthers got to keep it moving. 1 minute to go. A crucial play from Bryce Young to Jatavian Sanders, but we are under 1 minute to go, and the Panthers need to stay in hurry up. 2 receivers on both sides. Hubbard to the right of Bryce Young. We're down to 50 seconds. Carolina at their own 21, and they took the snap, but there's some sort of an issue. And I'm not sure what's going on here. The refs called the play dead, and now it looks like a timeout is taken. I'm not sure who the timeout is on, but... Or they're actually going to review the catch from Jatavian Sanders right here. They want to make sure that he caught this football. It was a pretty low catch. It's going to be kind of hard to tell just from a bird's eye view if he caught that or not. So they're going to go more in depth on that reception to Jatavian Sanders. Gotta hope that this is a catch by him. If it's not, the Arizona Cardinals are going to get this football back in prime position to go down the field, get more points, and they get the football to start the second half. If this is not a caught football by Jatavian Sanders, we are in trouble. And a good amount of trouble. We really need this to go our way. I mean, I believe it was a catch, but I guess if we have to look more in depth, we got to make sure. And at least a good thing for Carolina, if this is a catch and this goes the Panthers' way, this gives Dave Canales and the offense an opportunity to kind of have a look of a series of plays that they want to call here. They still have all 3 timeouts. And there's about 47 seconds left on the clock. I believe the clock will start running. But now I'm starting to get word. We're not back at the game yet, but it looks like I'm getting word that the call has been overturned. Oh my gosh, man. The call has been overturned. The call on the field is that Bryce Young completed the pass to Jatavian Sanders. And the game is not back on my TV yet, but I'm getting word that that pass is actually incomplete. They overturned the call on the field, which means the pass probably hit the ground before Jatavian Sanders made full possession. So we'll see the replay in just a moment, but it should be 4th down, actually. That's going to exclude everything I just said. And the call has been overturned. It is incomplete. Jatavian Sanders did not make the catch there. So instead of Carolina having a 1st down and an opportunity to, or wait, I'm so confused. Oh, I think they put 1st down as an accident. Let's see. Bryce Young throws. I mean, from that angle, it's kind of rough to see because his back is blocking if he caught the ball. No, they're going to say incomplete. All right. So Jatavian Sanders does not make the catch. And he's a little frustrated on the sideline with himself. 4th down and 7. So Arizona gets the football to start the second half. And now they get the football again. Right here. Is this going to back them up all the way to the 26-yard line before we get a return? That's going to go all the way to midfield and beyond. The Cardinals are going to start this drive in Carolina territory. Oh my gosh. Absolutely horrible, Nick. Absolutely horrible. I guess not absolutely horrible, but it's just been so weird. This has been such a weird game. It's just the same old Panthers. I guess that's all I'll say. That's all it's been. Other than Tedero McMillan really showing that he's going to be a very, very good receiver. My goodness, man. T-Mac just continues to make plays for the Panthers. 1st down and 10. Murray checks it down. It is caught by Benson. Nice move to get Roseboom off of him before he goes out of bounds. So not only Bryce interception, he got hit on the throw. I'm not going to blame him as much for the interception. He got hit on a throw really badly, and the ball was tipped. It was already thrown, and it got intercepted. But the part that I'm very frustrated with is on the 3rd play of the game, he was sacked. He fumbled the ball, and like Looney Tunes, it just traveled all the way behind the line of scrimmage before it was scooped up by the Cardinals for a touchdown as McBride makes the reception for an Arizona 1st down. And the Cardinals are back in field goal range once again. Now at the Carolina 29, Murray over the middle, and his pass is tipped by Derek Brown, incomplete. As Derek Brown has truly shown up for this Week 2 game against Arizona. Didn't see him much, at least making plays for Carolina in Week 1, still recovering from that meniscus tear that he suffered last year against New Orleans. Crucial defensive play to slow down Arizona's momentum. It is 2nd and 10, 22 seconds on the clock. Arizona still has 2 timeouts. And this is field goal range for Chad Ryland, who has already made a 29-yard field goal and a 47-yard field goal. Arizona gets the football to start the second half. I can't say it enough. It's just so unfortunate that Carolina gave up a touchdown 3 plays in on a fumble scoop and score for the Cardinals. As Murray throws, his pass is caught. It's Benson trying to make a move on Nick Scott. He is not going to be able to. The play is still in bounds before Nick Scott makes the tackle. It's 3rd and 4. And Jonathan Gannon will use his 2nd timeout. Yeah, so the Panthers defense, that is actually very true. The Panthers defense has not been that bad. Princely Uman-Mielen, who was our 3rd-round selection, has a sack on Kyler Murray. And even with the offense only having 3 points and those 2 catastrophic drives to start this game, I've actually been very optimistic. They've looked solid. It's just now you need to put those drives into points. The drive doesn't mean anything if you get to midfield and have some highlight plays, flashy plays, if you can't get points on the board. So, I mean, hopefully a matter of time before we're not using Ryan Fitzgerald for field goal attempts, rather extra points, and we actually get in the end zone. But that's going to need to happen soon. And Carolina's defense is now forced to make back-to-back defensive stops if they want a chance in this game, as now Dave Canales is going to burn a timeout, and that is his first of the game. No need to take these 3 timeouts to the next half, as we're going to have 3 either way. Kind of just spending their timeouts now. They really like Princely, and they also really like Nick Scorton, who was our second round selection from Texas A&M. They were shocked, genuinely shocked when they were able to get Nick Scorton and Princely Umanmielen in the second and third round of this NFL draft. They didn't think it was possible. And I mean, to go T-Mac, Nick Scorton, and Princely, just eventually for Carolina, that's going to pay dividends for this team. That's just an amazing move. It's incredible that those guys fell to us at those positions. And will hopefully, like I said, pay dividends for Carolina in the future, as it's already paying dividends right now. 3rd down and 4 for the Cardinals. 16 seconds on the clock. 2 receivers on both sides. Murray throws over the middle, completes it. It's Benson, and he is down to the 11-yard line. About 9 seconds on the clock. And Arizona more than likely burns their final timeout here. But now you're in the situation of there's 9 seconds. You can afford to take one shot to the end zone, but if you're tackled and bounds, you're not going to get another playoff. And that would be best case scenario for the Panthers because Arizona doesn't score here. But I'd more than likely just go ahead and set out Chad Ryland unless they feel like taking the risk since they have a 10-point lead and they get the football to start the second half. You could see both sides of the coaching here from Jonathan Gannon. Yeah, Cowboys-Giants was an incredible game. That was an incredible finish. Brandon Aubrey got me a lot of points in fantasy, I'll say that. But him just having that kicking battle, the Giants proving that they're also, I think they're both solid teams, honestly. I know they're both 0-1, and one team had to go to winless after that 0-2. I think they're both solid teams. The Giants proved that they can maybe do something this year. 1st down and 10. The Cardinals are out of timeouts. They are at the Carolina 11-yard line, and Dave Canales will now burn another timeout. So he's just spending his timeouts, trying to keep Jonathan Gannon and the Cardinals offense on their toes here. If Carolina gives up a field goal, which is what I think we'd all be happy with, you don't want to give up a touchdown here, a field goal, they'd be down 16-3 going to the half. That's 2 touchdowns needed to take the lead. But again, I've said it enough. Keep in mind that the Arizona Cardinals get the football to start the second half. No offensive touchdowns so far in this game. The Cardinals looking for one right here, but could really be a knockout punch even before we get to the second half if they're able to get in the end zone. If not, Carolina can still very much be in this football game. They just need to rely on their defense again to start the second half. 9 seconds on the clock. Arizona out of timeouts. Carolina has 1. 5 wide for the Cardinals. The last thing they do here is take a sack or keep the ball in play. It's got to be to the end zone. Murray throws to the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Michael Wilson. And that, like I said, if Arizona gets in the end zone here, that's going to be the knockout punch. And Kyler Murray went for it. They got it. Of course, the game is now completely over. We're going to have 30 minutes after this, but that just is demoralizing and defeating. Yeah, I think it's time to go back out, honestly. Not missing much either way. Michael Wilson with the touchdown. It was Shaw Smith-Wade and Nick Scott, who he defeated. Now I got to make sure that he got his feet in bounds. I believe both feet get in here. There is one, and the second one drags, which is enough for an Arizona touchdown. The extra point from Chad Ryland is good. That didn't look good to me, but they're going to say it's good. So instead of Chad Ryland coming out for a field goal attempt, he comes out for an extra point, and the Cardinals are now up 20-3. This game is pretty much wraps. And it really didn't deserve to be a game for how it started for the Panthers. Just 2 worst miscues in the world to start this game. If those don't happen, it's a ball game, but there's a reason they happen. And if you're going to make plays like that and start like that, then you deserve to be down like this. Carolina truly did not deserve to be in this football game after those 2 starts. So, makes sense. So another gutting beginning to the first half for the Panthers. The point differential in the second quarter last year was -95. That was last week was -17, and today -10. And when they lose pretty bad. Let's put it that way. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I appreciate you giving me something to talk about because the last thing I really want to do is talk about this game. So 20-3 is the score. don't even know if it's worth putting up a scoreboard right now or updating it. I'll update it once we go to halftime because I'm assuming that Bryce Young and the offense are just going to take a knee. We'll go to halftime. And unless the defense forces a turnover or gets a 3-and-out to start the second half, this game is more than likely all she wrote. And that's before we even get to the fourth quarter, which is really unfortunate. And so Bryce Young and the offense come out in kneel formation, and that will take us to the half. The Arizona Cardinals lead the Carolina Panthers 20-3 is your score at halftime. And we will return upon the second half. You're watching live on Sports Talk with Chris.
Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the villages. Ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the villages. Ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the villages. Ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the villages. Ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the villages. Ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit to me, it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't tryna hear what the info is. I been tryna move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm tryna stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't tryna hear what the info is. I been tryna move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm tryna stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't tryna hear what the info is. I been tryna move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm tryna stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't tryna hear what the info is. I been tryna move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm tryna stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't tryna hear what the info is. I been tryna move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm tryna stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't tryna hear what the info is. I been tryna move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm tryna stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack at the mall, same mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park. Y'all too smart, can't talk from the heart. I got sauce and it's all for the charts. No aux in the car. Ride around bumping that first blueprint on this. I ain't trying to hear what the info is. I been trying to move on the impulsive tip. Do you want dip? I can tell you ain't having that much fun. 3 years in with your ex-boyfriend, y'all tied that knot, but it's back undone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stack 1 ton. You ain't gotta ask where that come from. I ain't never rock no pack, son. I was on the pack of the Moss ain't mess. I skip class, no hallway pass. I'm team cap, you was always last. She got good hands in the all-state. I got good kids and they all came fast. I ain't gotta say it, you can come to the Ville. Just ask who's hot, they gon' all say Jack. Told me stay down, but I always have. When I come around, man, they always ask, how does it feel? Whoa. Ain't shit, tell me it's a walk in the park.
back for the second half, and Dave Canales is 2-12 when trailing at halftime. But he's not only trailing at halftime; he's down 20-3. The Cardinals have the ball. I don't even know what to say, man. I just want this game to be over, honestly. Unless something happens in like the next 2 seconds, as Kyler Murray on play action throws to start the second half, and it is caught by Trey McBride. J.C. Horn does not make the tackle. He gets about 8 yards on the play. That is awesome. I just genuinely have no words. I have no clue what to say right now. This is just so bad, man. I don't even want to look at the stats other than T-Mac, who has 4 receptions for 75 yards. All right. 2nd down and 3 for Arizona. Murray 11 for 16, 125 yards, and the passing touchdown right before halftime to Michael Wilson. 2 receivers on both sides. Connor in the backfield, and he will get the carry. James Conner has an Arizona first down. Yeah, thanks. I don't want to talk about football right now. I'm playing. Yes, I did see that Devontae Adams, and I believe the Rams won that game, but I think what I was more impressed about in that Rams-Titans game was the Cam Ward touchdown, his first career touchdown, the cross-body throw. That was very impressive to me. That was awesome to see. But, yeah, good for the Rams, of course. You know, winning football games is a really good feeling. Some people get to experience that every Sunday. Some people have to wait a couple years to experience that. 1st down and 10. Murray pump fakes, throws over the middle, and completes it. A 1st down and more before a tackle is made in Carolina territory. Getting fooled by Kyler Murray pump fakes now. It's Elijah Higgins with the catch. Yeah, I saw that the game was close for a while until they picked it up really in the second half. So it was good to see them do that. At least, I mean, it was a little concerning that they were competing that close with the Titans, but they picked it up in the second half and got it done. Either way, a win's a win, though, especially in the regular season. 1st down and 10, and this is play action screen pass to Michael Wilson. He already has a touchdown in this game, and he gets another 10-yard gain. Assuming it stands, there is a penalty down. Pushed out of bounds by Shaw Smith-Wade. Again, pending the penalty. There's been a lot of penalties against Arizona, and same for the Carolina Panthers, so this one could really go either way. Everyone kind of just standing around, but I believe it's on the Cardinals. And it is an ineligible man downfield for the Cardinals. And that's on Paris Johnson. Or, excuse me, they were pointing the camera at Paris Johnson, but they say it's on Jonah Williams. I still felt like Jatavian Sanders caught that ball, but whatever. And they got that very nice return on the punt, and Michael Wilson finished it with a touchdown. Just so unfortunate, man. 1st down and 15. 2 receivers on the left, Wilson on the right. Empty backfield for Kyler Murray. Panthers rush 4. He throws over the middle, completes it. It's Higgins again. He's got a 1st down and more. Higgins all the way to the 20-yard line to the red zone. 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals. I just don't know how everyone plays out of their mind when they play us. Like, we're just so defeated half the time we play football. It's just so sad. No effort, no nothing on that play. Just can't believe it, man. This team just doesn't care. It's sad. Field goal, punt, field goal, touchdown for Arizona. It's now their 5th drive, and it's a carry for James Conner, who will gain about 3 or 4 before Ashawn Robinson makes the tackle. Yeah, I'm leaning towards that, so I'll let you know. I'm hoping that we can force them to a field goal and then just go drive down and get some points. I mean, this game truly, it just feels in a weird way like it's not over, but like we should not even be. It doesn't feel like it's 20-3. It feels worse than 20-3, honestly. That's how bad it's been. But at the same time, it's not. It's just such a confusing game. I can't even explain it. 2nd down and 6. Murray over the middle, completes it to Marvin Harrison, who stiff arms Roseboom, makes a move, and is down at the 5-yard line. First and goal for Arizona. I'll be in attendance for the Panthers home opener next Sunday against the Falcons. Now, I was genuinely questioning to myself when the Panthers did not put up a very good performance in Week 1 to New Orleans last year, and I was considering how bad that Week 2 game was going to be. It ended up being pretty bad. I don't know what's going to be worse, Week 2 against the Chargers last year or Week 3 next week against the Falcons, and this is how we're going to play football. As Murray fires into the back of the end zone, and wide open was Higgins, but he had pressure in his face, was unable to make a clear throw, and just throws it into the back of the end zone. Good pressure from the Panthers defense, nonetheless. And it'll be second and goal. I don't even think there's much to recap for this game. I mean, if you watch the football game, then, or if you just watch the highlights, it kind of just tells you the whole story. But I will have to recap this game, unfortunately. I don't know why it's just the same thing every single season. I just lied to every year. Same thing every single season. Turnover or something crazy would be really nice. I just don't see it coming. Second down and goal, and it's a carry for Connor, who is down at about the 2 to 3 yard line. Derek Brown making the touchdown saving tackle. It is now third and goal for the Cardinals. As Bryce Young just waits on the sideline for his opportunity to get back into this football game. I don't know what it is, but Bryce Young has just played some of the worst football I've seen in my entire life. Actually hasn't been, I don't even know how to explain if it was good. It wasn't good, but maybe not as catastrophic as Week 1, Week 2 last year. I don't even know how to say it the right way. Third down and goal for the Cardinals. I formation. It's a carry for Connor, and he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Simple I formation inside zone, and James Conner is into the end zone for another Arizona touchdown. And an extra point would put the Cardinals up 27-3 on the Panthers, as we are not even at the 5-minute mark in the third quarter. 9:23 to go in the third quarter exact. And going to be a ton of garbage time for the Panthers. And I tried to express it a lot before we got to this point when that Jatavian Sanders drop happened and we couldn't convert that first down and had to punt the football. I knew giving Arizona the football back before halftime, knowing they get the football back to start the second half, we don't have a very good defensive unit, there's a pretty good chance that they're going to score a touchdown to start the second half. Even worse, they scored a touchdown right before halftime. And then they take it down the field 5+ minutes, and James Conner finishes it off with a rushing touchdown, and the Cardinals lead 27-3. We're down 27-3 to the Arizona Cardinals. Who were competing close with the New Orleans Saints last week. It's just ridiculous, man. I don't know if this team's gotten better or worse. And we were pretty bad last year, especially Week 1, Week 2. So that doesn't give me a lot of optimism, I'll say that. Good news for me is I'm used to throwing in the towel by the third quarter in some of these games. So I guess you could say that's what I'm doing here. Unbelievable, man. It's the same things over and over and over again in every single season. Just rinse and repeat. It's honestly just sad how this stuff just can continue to happen every single season. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's a quarterback change. I don't know if it's a coaching change. I don't know what to change anymore, because every time we change, we get worse. And there's just no sense of direction. There's no enthusiasm. There's no effort. There's no competitive drive. There's just nothing. Just blatant high fives and smiles on random plays that won't amount to anything in the future. I don't even have words, man. All right, well, I guess I have to do something with myself now, so I'll add you, Nick.
Hello.
Hi.
How's your day going?
Actually been a pretty good day for the most part. Besides the football part, it's been a pretty good day. How about you?
The Rams won. I had a good day with the family. I can't complain.
Yeah, I can't complain either. I think it was actually kind of nice for once that the Panthers game wasn't at 1 my time, because it kind of has a stain on the rest of my day. But at least I had, a pretty solid day until we got to kickoff, which was 4:00.
I don't know. Would you rather get the game out of the way, or would you rather wait?
I didn't mind waiting, honestly, because then I actually really get to focus on football games.
It's true.
I actually got to watch the 1:00 slate today. I really don't get to do that most of the time, as Trevor Etienne will return it to the 25-yard line, where the Panthers will start this next drive. I got to watch the first 3.5 quarters of the 1:00 slate game.
Yeah.
So my quarterback is getting a presentation on how bad he is.
I turned this game on, and all I've seen is 2 Cardinals touchdowns on both ends of the half.
It was a horrific start, like one of the worst starts I've ever seen. Then it was solid, not bad, and then it just went bad again.
Wait, so did the Panthers turn it over on their first 2 drives, a fumble and an interception?
The third play of the game, Bryce was sacked. He lost the football. It bounced backwards about 10 yards and was scooped up for a touchdown. And then the next drive, he got hit on a throw that was caught up in the air, an interception. It's a carry for Rico Dowdle on first down. It'll go for about 5 to 6 yards. And then our defense kind of got some stops, and then Bryce hit T-Mac for a 40-yard play. T-Mac looks very good, by the way. 4 receptions.
T-Mac is so good, bro. He's staying there.
He's going to be so good. I'm happy that we at least did something right by drafting him and getting Nick Scorton and Princely Uman and all the rookies so far have looked very promising for the future. But other than that, it's just been so. And then obviously the Cardinals finally started scoring touchdowns. So it's 2nd and 5. Young throws and completes it to Tommy Tremble. That should be enough for a Panther first down, and it is. It's a gain of 5. And honestly, to be completely if you exclude those first 2 drives, Bryce has, the only good assessment I gave is actually looked good.
Yeah.
Obviously, no touchdowns or anything. I don't think he's going to get benched for this performance. I'll say that. He was benched for the Chargers game because it was a very, very poor performance. And not to say that he has 2 turnovers as he hits Tommy Tremble again for another gain of 5. But I would doubt, I'd be shocked if he got benched this time for this performance. It's not been good, but it wasn't how it was last year. It was just, he was just in his own shell. He only had 85 passing yards. At least our offense, even though the scoreboard looks so catastrophic, looks somewhat competent as Rico Dowdle fights for some extra yardage, and it'll be 3rd and short. I just don't know why we make life so hard for ourselves especially on the offensive side of the ball. I've kind of accepted that our defense is just not good, but I watch the rest of these games and I feel like I don't know if it's play calling or it's just double clutching with I don't even know how to explain it. I just feel like we make life so hard for ourselves on the offensive side of the ball.
I think a lot of it just not even play calling, it's coaching. Coaching doesn't put them in the right position to succeed. I don't know that Dave Canales knows what he's doing. I really don't.
I don't either, honestly. As Chuba Hubbard has stood up short of the marker, they tried to run the football on 3rd and 4.
Might as well go for it.
A gain of about 3. I'm assuming that we'll go for this, but
my stance
Canales is one of the punter reps.
My stance the whole time has been Canales took the job because nobody else wanted it.
Very possible. I
don't think he's ahead.
It wasn't a very impressive opportunity, really, other than being coaching an NFL team, because I guess that's the title the Panthers have. I formation on 4th and 1. Chuba Hubbard is the fullback. Rico Dowdle is the running back. And it's going to be a run for Chuba. He's got the first down. Chuba Hubbard into Cardinals territory. That's the 2nd time Carolina ran a play like that where they gave it to Chuba Hubbard, who was in the fullback position, and he gets the Panther first down.
Could go down as their play of the season.
I'll still say the play of the season was that 40-yard pass to T-Mac.
But in this game, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was impressive. That was a good play from Bryce. It was over the middle of the field, and then T-Mac just took off. That's the only reason we have 3 points on the board. But Hubbard, 7 carries for 24 yards. Not really his best performance, but he hasn't gotten the football as much as he'd probably like. First down and 10. Young backpedals, has time, checks it down to Rico Dowdle, and this will go for another Panther first down. So Carolina finally starting to move the football down the field. As they have on previous drives, they just get stopped at midfield, and it doesn't amount to much when you get stopped at midfield. You have to punt the football back.
Feels like what they did in the first half last week as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we're there. Now we just need to put points on the board when we get there. And then on defense, it's still a pretty rough unit, but the rookies are proving themselves. I'll say that the rookies look very good on defense. Derek Brown has shown up today. He looks very good. I haven't seen a lot from J.C. Horn because our defensive coordinator doesn't let him travel with the wide receiver 1, which for the Cardinals, that's Marvin Harrison. First down and 10. Young throws and completes it. Has an open man over the middle. And that is Mitchell Evans, the 6th-round selection out of Notre Dame. Another rookie for the Carolina Panthers, showcasing his talents. That's a gain of 9. I mean, it's not ideal when you have rookies carrying your team, but it is also a really good sign from a development standpoint. As it's now 2nd and 1, Chuba in the backfield, and he will get the football. Hubbard has a first down inside the 20-yard line. Carolina's in the red zone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think this team might be toast. Yeah,
me too. I was actually wondering to myself I saw the 47-10 loss to the New Orleans Saints. We have an injured Cardinal. I saw the 47-10 loss to the Saints last season. Knowing I was going to be attending the home opener against the Chargers, right? And obviously that didn't go well either. Bryce got benched, and we were all under the impression of that was his last game as a Carolina Panther. Obviously, we saw how the course of the season went. And then you look at it from this year where week 1 was, I mean, just a typical, you can say, Bryce Young performance, which just sucks to say because it wasn't the high Bryce Young, but it also wasn't his lowest low Bryce Young. It was kind of an average. It was 150 yards, 3 turnovers on his point. One that I'd say wasn't his fault, but it was still just, I guess, the normal Bryce Young performance. And then today, the first 2 drives had me under the influence of, this is going to be just like week 2 Chargers, but like even worse. I mean, you're telling me the 3rd play of the game, he's sacked, he fumbles the ball, it gets recovered, and they score a touchdown. Very next drive, he gets hit as he's throwing. It's up in the air. There's no one else in the vicinity but a Cardinals defender. It gets intercepted. And you tell me after those 2 drives, like that's even worse than the Chargers game last year. Then he hits Teteroa McMillan. They get their connection going, and we settle for 3 on that drive. And then it kind of looked like how we did against Jacksonville. He looked like average Bryce Young again.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, those turnovers at the start of the game, that doesn't justify anything. I can't give a fair assessment and be like, if you exclude the fumble that was recovered for a touchdown and the interception on the first 2 drives, I can't exclude that. That happened, and that's his fault. I'm not going to put full blame on him for the interception because the O-line did not hold. It was really good pressure by the Cardinals. But the sack for the fumble is absolutely his fault. You're a quarterback in the NFL. You're going to get sacked. If you're going to fumble the football every time you get hit, you can't play quarterback in the NFL. It's simply put that way. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It feels like every time he gets hit, he like loses the football or something weird happens. And that never happened at Alabama, which was really weird. He just starts losing the football now. And that can't happen. That was Calais Campbell, I believe, that was down for the Cardinals, who's now age 39, his 18th season in the NFL. 6'8", 315 pounds. There was actually a graphic before this game of this is the tallest player in the NFL compared to the smallest quarterback in the NFL, which is Bryce Young, just a hair off of Kyler Murray's height. Which Bryce Young won this battle last season. The Panthers in their last 8 games, including the 2015 NFC Championship game, are 7-1 against the Arizona Cardinals, which is more than likely not going to improve after this game. Trips right, 2 receivers on the left. Young in shotgun throws, completes it. Jatavian Sanders for a solid gain of the 11-yard line. I don't know, man. It's so weird. It's so weird to assess this team. We're not going to the postseason. I figured that out. But I don't know. I don't think this is a 2-15 team. This is just the same thing as last year again. As Young lobs it one-on-one for McMillan, and it's incomplete. Trying to get T-Mac his first career touchdown, and it's just out of reach. It's 3rd down and 3. I think this is just another 5-12. We're not good again. We're going to get a high draft pick year.
If it is the same as last year, then my prediction would be record-wise, they're going to be worse because Dave Canales is going to lose the locker room if they don't win. Year 1, you usually get a break. Year 2, if you're not winning by then, locker room's going to do it.
Yeah, it's true. There's just not a lot of improvement.
It already doesn't look like they're playing well. Like, it doesn't look like they're playing for him.
Right. 3rd down and 3. Trips left. Young in shotgun. Throws over the middle. Completes it. Jatavian Sanders at his 1st and goal at the Arizona 4-yard line. And Jatavian Sanders making up for the drop he had earlier in this game, which I don't know if it was a drop or not. We can get the best camera angle in the world. But a pretty big drop if you think about how it changed the entire course of this game. Arizona has scored 2 touchdowns since. It was 13-3 before that drop, and Carolina had a chance to go down the field and get back into the game. Instead, it's 27-3. Bryce Young and the offense are looking for their 2nd touchdown of the season, but both of their touchdowns are going to come in garbage time if they score here. Dowdle gets the handoff, and he's lucky he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Buda Baker and company on the tackle.
Yeah, I think I turned the game on and I saw the replay of the drop. Or I saw it was, I guess there was like a challenge or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, they want to review it because it was initially a catch, and then it was under the 2-minute mark, so it was a booth review, and then they overturned the call and said it was incomplete. I didn't see a good camera angle if it was caught or not, so it's kind of unfair from a fan perspective, but oh well. I guess the NFL is just going to say, cry me a river to the Panthers. 2nd and goal. Young rolling to his right, throws to the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. It's Hunter Renfrow with his first touchdown in about 2 seasons in the NFL, making the reception, and the Panthers fans are going to get their 5 seconds of fandom. Bryce Young with his 2nd touchdown of the season, this one to Hunter Renfrow, who has shown off that he can still be a solid receiver in the NFL this offseason, was initially cut by the Panthers, was begged to come back after some changes to the wide receiver room. He's come back, and he's now gotten Carolina into the end zone, a Panthers touchdown. And it looks like Dave Canales and the offense have elected to go for the 2-point conversion here.
If memory serves me correctly, that would be the Panthers' first forward pass for a touchdown this year. The first one was a screen pass.
Yeah, that might be correct. 2-point conversion for Carolina. Young in shotgun, throws to the back of the end zone, incomplete for McMillan. A flag is thrown. That's going to be pass interference against the Cardinals. And although I do believe it was out of the reach for the 6'5" Teteroa McMillan, we will take this penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was going to catch that, but
I mean, it's still a penalty, though. You never know in that situation. I don't think he would have caught it either way, but we'll take the penalty. Yeah, so technically, if you do your math correctly, the Panthers should absolutely go for 2, not just to chase points. But if they go touchdown, 2-point conversion, touchdown, 2-point conversion, touchdown, 2-point conversion, and don't let the Cardinals score a point, this football game is tied.
Listen, I don't want to give you false hope, but Tom Brady came back from 28-3 deficit in the Super Bowl.
Brady came back from 28-3 in the Super Bowl, and we're comparing week 1, week 2 Bryce Young.
So,
who is one of the worst quarterbacks I think I've ever seen in my time. Week 1, week 2 Bryce Young. Don't clip me. I didn't say he has a whole quarterback. I said week 1, week 2 Bryce Young. We're not going to get this. I just know it. What do you know? We didn't get it. We get stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. I knew it. Why would you try and do that? No, bro, this dude, Dave Canales, I swear sometimes lives in 2010, bro. There is no such thing as smash mouth football like that in the NFL anymore. It doesn't exist. It doesn't work.
Nope, not even Jim Harbaugh does it anymore, actually.
Exactly. It does not work. That's not how it works. These guys are not tough enough, bro. They're not. Rico Dowdle is not getting that, bro. Maybe Chuba Hubbard, but Rico Dowdle's not getting it. Oh, well, the Panthers scored a touchdown. We win in my heart.
I was gonna say if they had gotten the 2-point conversion and then not scored anything else, it still would have been improvement from last week from 10 points to 11.
Well, if they did that to me, then I'd have some really, really bad false hope.
So now they're going backwards. If they don't score again, they go from 10 to 9.
Then we got worse.
There's plenty of time to get to 0. And I don't know if it's possible.
Well, I mean, if we're technically speaking here, Kyler Murray could just, start playing like how Bryce Young played in the first 2 drives, and we could win this game.
Yeah.
We can win this game.
And I don't know if it's possible with the time left and the current way the offense is going. They might score negative points.
NFC South Zone, one of my favorite Twitter accounts, just for his trolling, BT Panthers fans said we should just draft 4 quarterbacks next season and run trick plays while we tank for a real quarterback.
That might be the ideal.
That'd be fun. Why don't we just become the Savannah Bananas for a season and just play for fun and then just mess around, get the number 1 pick, and I don't want Arch Manning.
Honestly, I think you would be very entertained. I really think you would.
I'd be entertained. I mean, like, what if one game for fun I could just, make my connections with the Panthers and they throw me out there for a series? Like, that'd be fun, man.
Yeah. No, honestly, I think if the season keeps going this way, what they can't do is get rid of Bryce but keep Dave, because then what's going to happen is Dave would get fired after the next rookie quarterback comes in, and he's going to have 2 coaches in 2 years. Then they're the Bears. Because the Bears always do that. They keep a head coach one too many years.
Oh, I see what you mean.
If they just, you know what I'm saying? If they decide Bryce is not the guy, then Dave needs to go too. Or else you screw over the next rookie quarterback.
Well, I don't know if you screw him over. It's
you.
I don't know.
Listen, if the Panthers aren't good this year, Dave Canales is not the guy. Right?
Yeah, but this isn't okay. I'm well aware that Dave Canales took this job knowing he's going to coach Bryce Young, who actually just had a great drive, by the way. He was well aware he's taking this job to coach Bryce Young and to lead him and blah, blah, blah. Dave Canales did not draft Bryce Young, though.
I agree, but I'm just saying you put the next quarterback in a bad spot.
Well, he's already going in a bad spot the moment he hears the Carolina Panthers select.
You get what I'm saying about them like being the Bears, where
right, I agree.
First 2 years could have 2 different head coaches, 2 different play calls, whatever.
So you're thinking fully brand new regime if we believe it's over with.
Listen,
Bryce.
If we're going to a brand new regime, you got to get rid. I know you don't want to hear it. Get rid of Dan Morgan too.
No, I don't mind hearing Dan Morgan. I like Dan Morgan, but I'm under the impression that it's not him necessarily. And it's not David Tepper either. His name is Brant Tillis that is running the Carolina Panthers right now.
The Chiefs guy, right?
Yes, and I love Brant Tillis. I am under the impression that Brant Tillis has done all this for the Carolina Panthers, not Dan Morgan. I am a big fan of Brant Tillis for the front office. I don't have a lot of faith in Dan Morgan. I kind of just trust what Brant Tillis is doing. I'll say it.
My thing is, Ben, with the Dan Morgan hiring. Dan Morgan was literally the number 2 guy in the previous front office.
Correct.
He escaped accountability. You basically just kept the same front office minus, what was the guy's name? Scott Fitterer?
Yes.
You kept
Never
the same
say that name
people.
on stream again.
You kept the exact same decision makers besides one guy.
A carry for Trey Benson, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage. Trevon Moehrig makes the tackle.
And the only reason the fan base bought into that is because Dan Morgan is the former Panthers linebacker.
Yes, you got me. And he had just, I think it was 15 tackles in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. It got all of us, dude.
Yeah.
It's funny that Dan Morgan was a linebacker and is one of the best linebackers in Panthers history and had one of the best Super Bowl performances from a linebacker we'll ever see. And we have the worst linebacker room I've ever seen in my entire life.
I saw where you're going with that, yeah.
The worst. We have the 33rd linebacker room in the NFL. You heard what I just said. I know there's only 32.
33rd?
Yes, I'm aware. The bye week would beat the Panthers linebacker room. 2nd and 9, and Murray runs behind the line. We might lose the bye week this year.
Damn. This is the first time I've seen you with no hope.
I think the bye week would have more tackles than some of the linebackers we have on this team. During the bro.
Yeah, I actually don't remember the last time you had no hope for the Panthers this early in the year. Maybe last year. I don't know. After the first 2 weeks last year, you were probably done.
End of the third quarter, 3rd and 12 for the Cardinals. They lead 27-9. Also, you can raise your hand if you have more passing yards than Xavier Leggett.
What?
1 reception for -2 yards.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. So everyone here can raise their hand if you have more receiving yards than a first-round pick.
Wait, how did he get -2? Was it on him or was it the play call or what?
Oh, it was everything. It was everything except the throw from Bryce Young. It was a perfect throw, best throw I've ever seen. But but hopefully Declan didn't see that. But it was just everything was perfect except for, the guy who was thrown to. And it was a really bad play call because they forced Tetero McMillan to block 2 corners. And I don't think Tetero McMillan can block 2 corners. So
Wait, they had him on a 2-and-1 situation?
Yep. And they just expected Xavier Leggett was just gonna bulldoze him or something and just run away. His prime. I don't even know.
Poor coaching, if you ask me.
It is. It's unfortunate. I don't know. I will say this. I think I am under the impression that week 3, I hope I'm not jinxing this, week 3 next week against Atlanta Falcons, because I've already said that we probably lost this football game, will be better than week 2, the other home opening game from last year against the Chargers, because there is no chance. It cannot get worse than what that week 2 game was.
Well, I find it hard to believe it would be worse.
Obviously, technically, it can get worse, but
I find it hard to believe it could get worse because Raheem Morris is not close to the head coach that Jim Harbaugh is. And Michael Penix is not close to the quarterback that Justin Herbert is.
Correct.
And the defense for the Falcons is not – the Chargers had the number 1 defense last year. When you look back at it, the Panthers went up against the number 1 defense in week 2.
And that's not going to justify 85 passing yards, but it was –
No, it doesn't justify it. But in terms of – I just don't see it getting worse than last year, but you never know.
Man, and I will say, but this sucks though because we own the Cardinals and we're getting destroyed by them.
7-1 the last 8
Bryce
games?
Young owns the Falcons so far. I believe Bryce. Yeah, let me get this correct.
2-0.
He's 2-2 in his career against the Falcons.
Was it both wins last year, or did he got a win in your?
No, excuse me. He's 2-1 as the starting quarterback for the Panthers against the Falcons. As Murray throws over the middle, and it's caught. Please be short of the first down marker. I think he's short.
Go for this. I'm going for it.
I want them to go for it.
No, I'm saying they should go. Just run the ball. They're gonna get it.
Yeah, they could probably do a QB sneak with Kyler Murray and get it. I'll be honest. No one's stopping this on the Panthers. They could throw the ball backwards, go run and get it, and they'll get the first down. That wouldn't even surprise me. Surely the Cardinals will snap the football.
Brought in Jacoby Brissett.
We'll just jump. They probably won't even snap it. We'll just jump. He got it. Yep, what'd I tell you?
They brought in Brissett, by the way. It wasn't even Kyler.
Oh, yeah, it was Brissett. Wow.
I think they stuffed him at first, and then the extra push from behind got him over the line.
Yeah. Well, he was going to get it either way. It doesn't matter.
Ooh. Wow.
I mean, you're not allowed to defend on a free throw attempt. That's basically what that was.
Chris crash out coming on 3-2-1.
I'm not even crashing out. I'm smiling. It's just whatever. I've gotten past crash outs, dude. As Roseboom brings the heat when he doesn't get Kyler Murray, and what should have been a negative 10-yard play is going to turn into about a 15, 20, 25, 30-yard play from Kyler Murray.
He does.
Are we for real? Please tell me you saw that play.
That's why I said Chris crash out coming.
Oh.
Remember, I'm ahead of you. I'm not spoiling, but you know.
You predicted the future.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best not to crash out now. Yeah, how is that even possible, bro?
That is 100% a play I would crash out on if it happened against my team.
Well, I would have crashed out, but since you told me that, I'm not allowed to crash out now.
No, you can. It's okay.
No, because then it proves your point, bro. Oh my gosh, bro.
You know what's funny looking back on having watched? I watched several teams. You know how several teams do their like behind the scenes off season stuff, and they put it on YouTube. Panthers is one of them. So I watched Panthers Blueprint. Looking back on it, like it's so funny listening to like how the defensive staff hyped up Christian Roseboom when they were going after him in free agency. Like, yeah, I love this guy. This guy, he's such a physical player. He finishes plays, all that. And then you see that.
That I knew for a fact was just so wrong.
Why did you put me up? All right. It's just me right now.
Crashed out for me.
Your computer crashed out?
Well, I can't even hear you. My volume get messed up?
I can
Yeah,
hear
it did. Yeah, okay. My computer crashed out for me. It kicked me out and turned my volume off.
Can you hear me now, though?
Yeah. That was just funny. I just got kicked out, and then it turned my volume off. My computer just owned me more than my team.
I feel like you wouldn't even mind that at this point.
No, I really wouldn't, actually. He was forced to watch the Panthers. Every single week, I'm going to be posting that. Some things never change, man.
Oh my gosh, that was a fast start.
You know how sad this is to the point where I'm excited for the Charlotte Hornets to play basketball. And I actually believe the Charlotte Hornets can make the NBA play-ins. Do you understand where I live in?
You're going to regret that in like 2 weeks into the season.
Oh, yeah. Once we have G Leaguers starting for us again and LaMelo Ball's out for the year.
Yeah.
Murray over the middle, completes it. Marvin Harrison and the tackle made by Shaw Smith-Waite. They're in short for the Cardinals. You know what, man? If they're going to destroy us, just go ahead and do it.
Just end it right here.
Just go ahead. I don't want a slow death. I just want it to be just now, get it done with. Maybe now the Carolina Panthers will understand, oh, you don't keep the defensive coordinator that just ran the worst defense in NFL history for another season.
See, they lack accountability. Dan Morgan being in the same front office as the crappy front office. And then that.
Murray on 3rd down and 3. Gets away from Bobby Brown. Here comes Patrick Jones. He's in trouble. Tipped up in the air. And the pass is intercepted. It's intercepted by DJ Wadham. And the Carolina Panthers defense gets the takeaway. Kyler Murray feeling the heat from Pat Jones and Bobby Brown. He flips it up in the air. And that's the second small quarterback to throw an interception today right into the hands of DJ Wadham. And the Cardinals, who had their chance to put the final out on the Panthers, will still win this football game more than likely. But have given Bryce Young and the Panthers the football back without scoring. Yes, our defense. Well, let's go.
That's crazy. You said right after an interception, you said still probably going to win this game, but
yeah, we deserve a celebration. We deserve a participation trophy.
You know what? The Panthers have forced a turnover in back-to-back games. Take that as a win.
Oh, you're right. Wow, I forgot J.C. Horn had that interception last week.
If I were you, I would just take that, and that's your agenda.
I mean, Bryce has thrown he's thrown a touchdown every game. T-Mac has looked good every game. We have an interception every game. I mean, we're still we are an NFL team. It's not as bad as how week 1 and week 2 were last year. We're an NFL team. I can say that confidently.
You guys might be better than the Rams.
We were not an NFL. We have to play the Rams this season, by the way. Oh my God, we have to play the Packers this season.
Don't you guys play like the Bills or somebody like that too?
We play the Bills and Packers back-to-back weeks. And
then the Rams a few weeks after.
Hey, you know what? Bryce plays good against good teams. We know this. We remember this from last year.
Maybe
Mahomes, they cheated.
Okay, hold on. No. Bryce played the Chargers week 2 last year. The Chargers are a good team. How did that work?
The Chargers are not a good team. They lost in
Whoa.
the wild card. Yeah, whoa.
How do you know what a good team looks like?
That was not necessary at all.
You're a Panthers
What are you
fan.
talking? My quarterback's career started week 8 last year. None of this. This is just preseason, bro.
19 games of preseason?
Yep.
Okay.
You got to get prepared for the big games, bro. He was prepared for the Chiefs.
How do you know what a big game looks like? You're a Panthers fan.
It's crazy. No, you're not wrong, though. The last time we had a big game, I was learning 2 + 2, so
22.
Oh, man.
Off-season
cannot come any sooner. That's crazy, bro. I waited all these months. I'm so excited. What the hell am I watching? And then I'm like, just gonna think we get the offseason now. Just go back, bros.
Speaking of numbers, I was hanging out with family today because every year, week 1 or week 2, we go to our grandparents' house because my grandparents have a birthday in this month. So we find a Sunday that works for everybody. We were talking about like people's heights or whatever because my sister is now taller than my mom, but she's like 14 or 15 years old. And my stepdad is really tall. He used to play basketball in high school. And I think she asked him, like, are you 6'7"? And I just, under my breath, I said, 6'7".
This game is so bad that this is what we're talking about.
And the funny thing is, only my sister knew what that was, really. Because my parents and grandparents, they're too old to know what that is. She noticed it and laughed, though.
Young one-on-one up top for T-Mac, and oh my goodness, he's out of bounds, but he caught that football. Oh my gosh. I don't care if that was out of bounds. That was the greatest catch I've ever seen.
You know, I knew T-Mac was going to be good the second the Rams tried to trade up for him, so.
Oh my gosh. I don't care that was out of bounds and there was no chance that being incomplete. That is one of the most impressive catches I have ever seen. My goodness.
Wow, the Chiefs are down 3 at home.
A one-hand snag on his helmet as he's getting pushed on the sideline. He caught the football. It's just his feet weren't in bounds. 3rd down and 3 for the Panthers. And they'll go back to T-Mac, who's going to have a Panthers first down. I love this dude so much. Oh, my God. At least we have a sub-bright spot. I love this dude. I can buy a jersey. I'm that confident in this dude. That this guy will at least – he's going to be good.
I will be right back in less than a minute.
All right, sounds good. As we do have another Cardinal down. And another unfortunate injury for Arizona. It's been really unfortunate for them today. They've had some crucial injuries. This is Will Johnson now, though, for the Cardinals. Will Johnson, their 2nd-round selection out of Michigan. Player that I was in very much liking of. There was actually projections at one point that Will Johnson could be a 1st-round selection. There were teams like the Panthers very interested in him. I think we definitely would have considered Will Johnson in the 2nd round, but it sucks to see him down right there. We got to hope that he's all right. And Hetero McMillan for the Panthers just keeps proving himself, man. My goodness. 5 catches for 80 yards. That one-hand catch, that better be all over the place. Oh, my goodness. That is one of the most impressive catches I think I've ever seen. Just, jeez. I can't believe that catch. I don't care if that counts. Yes, Snicker, you're going to see this all over Twitter, dude. That's one of the best catches I've ever seen.
I don't have Twitter.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
So send it to me on Instagram.
Well, I got to find it first.
It'll be there in like 5.
Surely Panthers Twitter and all that's going to be all over this.
I'm sure I'll still see it, honestly.
I mean, yeah, it was incomplete, and it's not going to count because feet weren't in bounds, but that catch, my goodness. What a grab. Dude, now, at least we have T-Mac, dude. Oh, my God. That's genuinely insane. Wow. And I just got news that Jadeveon Clowney is signing with the Dallas Cowboys after their victory today. He was a Carolina Panther last season, now transitioning to Dallas. I don't know if it can get any worse for him. Please free him.
That was a crazy game. I did not watch most of it. I saw like the very end of it. That was insane.
Yeah, Russell Wilson, dude, 450. I don't care if they lost. 450 yards, 3 touchdowns. Unk still got it. That's all I needed to see.
So I turned the game on, and the second I turned it on, I see the Malik Neighbors touchdown graphics. I didn't see the touchdown, but I saw the graphic that they put up on Fox. I was like, oh my gosh, they just went down the field and did that.
So 1st down and 10. That's actually the second time today a Cardinals cornerback made a tackle on Tedero McMillan and ended up injured afterwards. So got to hope that they're okay. I mean, T-Mac, definitely hard to bring down being 6'5". That's an unfortunate sight. As Young throws and completes it to Tommy Tremble once again. Like, Bryce Young, after those 2 catastrophic drives, has actually looked very good. He's not getting benched. That's 1,000% confirmed. Unless he throws a pick 6 right here. Like, he's gonna be just fine from that standpoint.
If there's
it's
a way
carry he's running the offense correctly, bro. We just keep getting I'm coping so hard. We just keep getting so unfortunate. Like, man, lost words. Just I can't even talk right now. I'm just gonna keep calling the game. I don't know what else to say, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, they haven't been competitive, so that's all that it really is at this point.
1st down and 10. Young throws, and it's incomplete for Xavier Legette. Dude, Legette sucks. Oh, my God. Legette is so bad. Oh, my gosh. I am convinced 1,000% we drafted Xavier Legette. That was the first pick, by the way, that Dave Canales and Ted Morgan have ever made. We drafted Xavier Legette because of his accent and for marketing purposes. I am 1,000% sure. Because, look at me. I did not want Ladd McConkey, but I don't look like an NFL scout. I'm not an NFL scout. I'm just a random dude on the internet. As Chuba Hubbard gets the catch, he's got a 1st down and more. Hubbard to the Arizona 45. I didn't see the vision in Ladd McConkey. I'm not the smartest individual, but he's pretty good at football. I think we figured that out by now. There's a flag down. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Sorry, I have to keep getting interrupted because the refs don't want us to have anything. Never mind, they do. It's a penalty on the Cardinals. It's declined. 1st down, Panthers. I didn't see the vision in Ladd McConkey, right? He's obviously – it's not like I made the draft pick. Okay, calm down. Ladd McConkey goes to the Chargers. Keon Coleman goes to the Bills. There was just no way that those receivers were available right there, and we drafted Xavier Legette because of talent. There's no way. Xavier Legette had 1 good season in college football. The other 4 seasons he had like the performances he's having today. And worse, actually. He didn't even get in the games. And he played for South Carolina. They're an SEC school, but it's nothing too crazy as Bryce Young hits Hunter Renfrow for a Panther 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, I will be fair and say this, that I think part of Ladd's breakout year last year was Justin Herbert had no one else to throw to. Like, there was nobody else.
True.
But
dude, like, Bryce's stat line looks good, bro. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, we're not cooked. As Bryce and Tremaine with the reset, we're not cooked. It's not as bad as it was last year. The house is not on fire. We are just not a good football team, and it's about time I sat here and accepted that. We are not a good football team. We're not going to the postseason this year. Sometimes good things take time. Good things come to those that wait. All right, I think I just need to accept that. And 2nd and 4, Young, another check down to Chuba Hubbard. He's got space down the sideline. Chuba Hubbard pushed out of bounds after another Carolina Panther 1st down. I do need a Tedero McMillan touchdown in my life, though, so can that please happen? Please. That's all I ask. Okay. I know we lost this game. I just need a Tedero McMillan touchdown.
What's really weird, though, about the Panthers is, like, why do
you see what I mean right now? Like, this is just so weird. We're, like, playing just fine now.
But okay, that's what I was about to say. Why do they wait until they're down by 1,000,000 points to actually start playing good? Why not just start the game playing good?
That's what I'm saying. Why can't we just play like this? Canales just needs to call the plays like this the entire time, and we're just fine. Young to the end zone, and it's dropped by Jatavian Sanders. It was a little high. I'm not going to blame all that on Jatavian Sanders. I'm actually going to blame Xavier Legette. His aura was too close to Jatavian Sanders, so he dropped the ball. That's a tough catch, yeah. Only I don't even know if T-Mac's actually T-Mac probably would make that catch eyes closed, one hand because it's Tedero McMillan, but 5 catches for 80 yards for T-Mac in his second career game, and he plays for the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, he's got it, dude. Second down and 10. My gut is going to wrench if he leaves this organization one day. And I'm saving that clip right now because I just know in 5 years when we stink, he's going to be gone. And he's going to go to a contending team, and he's going to go win a Super Bowl, and I'm going to be sad.
Tet?
Yep. It's basically CMC in a way.
You know what?
I'm still gut-wrenched that CMC is not on this team anymore.
Tet on the Rams makes too much sense.
I know, it does.
When the Rams get their next quarterback...
Oh, well. Look who had a false start, the usual suspect. Ikem Ekwonu decides to come back and play football, and he's back to his usual things.
You sounded like Jake there. Well.
So close to ending the stream. I just need a Bryce T-Mac touchdown. Please, that is all I'm actually going to sit up just so if I can maybe clip this. Please, come on. Second down and 15. Young in shotgun, throws over the middle, completes it to Jatavian Sanders, fighting for extra yardage, and it'll be third and manageable for Carolina. 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The Panthers trail 27-9 is the score here in Arizona. It'll more than likely be another loss for the Panthers. But I guess improvement. This was just such a weird game. I'm actually going to need a couple days to comprehend what just happened. I'm just so confused by this game of how it started and how it's gone from then. Because I genuinely cannot tell if we're cooked or not. It's such a weird game. Anyway, third down and 8. Trips left. Tedero McMillan on the right. Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Young, he's got space. He throws. It's caught. It's Hunter Renfrow. Lost his balance, started falling, and is short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Hunter Renfrow has the Panthers' only touchdown in this game, and Carolina should go for it here on 4th and 1.
Honestly, he probably would have gotten the first down if he didn't trip.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, he had to put his hand on the ground, though. He tripped. The turf sometimes gets you.
All right, I know what happened, but I just won't say anything. I'm also watching the Dodger game, so my eyes are back.
Right. So surely we didn't get this first down, so I'm just going to accept and change the scoreboard over. 4th down and 1 for the Panthers. 5:15 to go. T-Mac on the left. Hubbard in the backfield. Young takes the shotgun snap. He was looking T-Mac's way. Rolling to his right. He throws it. It's caught. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young to Chuba Hubbard. The second time they have connected for a passing touchdown this season. Last week, Bryce Young hit Chuba Hubbard for a passing touchdown. They do it here once again on a 4th down and 1. And Carolina will go for 2, try and make it a 10-point ball game. This is so coping, bro. This game's actually not going to look bad anymore. Yes, we're back.
I needed that for fantasy, so I'm happy. In our league, I think I have Chuba.
Oh, man, let's go. He was wide open. My goodness.
Well, I think I'm cooked in our league. I don't remember. If I cooked in our league or a different league? I don't even know.
5.5 minutes to go, and a 2-point conversion opportunity for Carolina. T-Mac on the left, Excel on the right, and they're going to run it with Chuba, and he's not going to get there.
They ran it both times.
So, both the times they had 2-point conversion opportunities, they ran the football and failed both times, noticing. And that sucks because I'm not saying Carolina had time to make a comeback, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. If they get both of those 2-point conversions, this is a touchdown game. And they would have a chance if they stopped Arizona right here. So that sucks.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, what? There's still 5 minutes left. I mean, there'll have to be an onside kick of some sort.
We saw what happened in the Buffalo Bills game. The game's probably over.
See,
but what sucks is,
I told you Tom Brady came back from 28 to 3.
All right,
Josh Allen came back from 15 with 5 minutes
That's
left.
where we stop. But like, I can't. That's annoying now, bro. Is after all that, and this just terrible start, and however this game has went. Now I'm gonna look back at this game and be like, man, if we didn't run the ball up the middle on the most predictable runs of all time on 2-point conversions, it would have been a touchdown game. Like, we'd have a chance right now. Do you know how infuriating that is, bro?
See,
and if Bryce didn't have his freaking fumble recovery touchdown, all of this stuff, bro, I hate this game.
See, this is a game that would annoy me too because I'd just be like, why couldn't we start the game playing like this so we didn't have to be down 27-3? Did you just make yourself dizzy?
Yes. I deserve to watch Panthers games like this. It's already done this enough to my
Don't
head.
the Panthers make you dizzy every week anyways?
Correct. That's what I'm saying. The Panthers have already done enough to my head. I need to stop. Look at this, man. How is this a game? I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. Pure rage bait, bro. Pure rage bait. Like, top tier rage bait. You have to be kidding me. 2-point conversion failures, and this could have been a football game? Like, I knew we were going to lose. Like, once it got to 20, like, there's no way. Even if it was an 8-point game and we had a chance, dude, and we played as bad as we did, that's pretty big. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll take it.
Oh, speaking of Chuba in our league, I'm playing you this week, so.
Oh, am I winning or?
I'm up 136-95.
Oh, so I lost.
You have a 1% chance to win because it's not over yet.
Oh.
But I am projected at 160.
Oh, you know what? Slushy, bring back the rule. Just make me 0-4.
Shut up. That was so bad, bro. Come on.
Is this an onside kick? What are we doing here?
No, but I am projected 168. You're projected 124.
Man, 2-point conversions, and we could have. Why are we kicking the ball off?
Oh, Chris, you had Joe Burrow starting today. He left the game early.
Oh. Would I have Joe Burrow in our league? Oh, I do. I knew I had Joe Burrow somewhere.
I think he got hurt. Bryce Young has done better than him in fantasy today. You should have started Bryce.
Yeah, I should have started Bryce Young after that start ever.
Yeah, but Burrow, I think Burrow got hurt, and I think he left the game and didn't return, if I know correctly.
Yeah, no, he did. He did.
Yeah.
Jake Browning won in that game.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
I can't believe that this could be an 8-point game right now. That is actually bugging me so bad. Like, I knew we weren't going to win more than likely, but that is making me so mad right now. Like,
Yeah.
man. Look at that. Bryce did not play bad today. 28 for 38, 246, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Improvement. Hashtag improvement. As a big hit is made by Bryson Tremaine at the 20-yard line, but a flag is down. So I guess we're back?
I think the Panthers are just exist to troll.
I think we're just pure rage bait, dude. They love doing this to the fans. What if the Cardinals like fumbled and we got a scoop and score? Like what if why can't that I realized that never happens for us. Never. I don't think I've ever had something like that happen to us. Why can't we have that? Illegal blocking. Oh my, they're gonna start at like the 10. Hold on a freaking second, bro. Like why can't we have good things, bro? Oh my god, this game's actually so rage bait, dude. We could have actually won this football game today. That's so sad. This is 2 weeks in a row where we could have and should have won. Should have, could have, would have. I don't care. Should have, could have, would have. You can say whatever you want. We should have won these football games. Absolutely.
I mean, again, you just mentioned, you can get a fumble, recover it, score a touchdown.
Yeah, I can. But do you realize who I'm dealing with right here?
No, I know, but there's time left, especially when you consider the fact that both teams have all their timeouts.
It's a carry for Connor, and he's going to get pretty good yardage. I'm sorry, but who just called timeout?
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
Oh, God. Bro, he did this last week, too. He needs to put the fries in the bag. Stop clapping your hands. Nothing good is going on right now. You're on the hot seat. Sorry. Why? Why are we calling timeouts? I don't get why we do that, bro. I swear we're the only team that does that when we're down, and it's some strategy of thinking we're going to stop them on a 3 now. Dave Canales, I'm going to be completely honest with you for a second. You really think it's 2nd and 3, there's 5 minutes left, you really think we're about to force a 3 and out? He genuinely thinks that. Can someone tell us, dude, we're not forcing a 3 and out, bro? There's no way. There's a better chance we get a scoop and score fumble than forcing a 3 and out.
That I agree with. Again,
the answer's none. There's none. There's no chance you get a 3 and out.
I would say the Panthers merely exist to troll. So that's why he's using his timeouts.
Unbelievable, dude.
He's afraid of being Matt Eberflus, okay? He wants to use his timeouts. Don't blame the man.
He doesn't want to tweet on Twitter, be like, Dave Canales has saved his 3 timeouts for next week for sources.
Exactly.
I mean, you're right. No, I'm hating as a fan right now. This is correct. You have to trust your guys. You're absolutely correct, and I'm just being a really bad fan right now.
Okay.
He's
That's
correct.
funny.
You have to trust your guys.
That's funny that was brought up because, like, I know publicly they always trust their guys. Like, when they're home reviewing film and thinking about the team and the game, are they really sitting here thinking we trust our guys? Or are they like, yeah, we actually suck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they're still human. You got to be human and look at it that way when you're not talking.
It's infuriating that we didn't get either of the 2-point conversions now looking at it. Because it's like we initially, but like that's just the problem with this team, bro. Is they'll take you from just no hope in the game to like, oh, we actually had a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be more infuriated though with the turnovers early, like that.
Oh, absolutely. We can win games like this. That's what I'm starting to realize. That's why I'm not as mad as I was last year because we were just so out of it last year. This year we can actually do it. We just need to play clean football and do what we've done in the second half. But the problem is we don't have the defensive unit to force a 3 and out that I'm aware of. Maybe they show me something here. It's 2nd down and 3. They're back in I formation. I just don't trust this defense to get a stop. Well, I'd love to be proven wrong. Let's see. I formation. It's a carry for Connor, and look at this. It's Pat Jones and Nick Scorton with the TFL 3rd down and 5. All right. This is pure rage bait. If they get this first down and they did all of this and Dave calls his timeouts, and oh my God, this would be the rage bait ever.
The Eagles are up by 10 points in the fourth
I
quarter.
just saw that. KC will be fine, bro. They'll go 0-2 and then they'll go
Didn't they go 0-2 like 2 years ago and then still won?
Yes, I know. They're going to go like 10-7 and barely make the playoffs. Everyone's going to be like they're overrated. They're going to go on the road and beat every single team and win the Super Bowl. I've played these games before. All right. 3rd down and 6 for the Cardinals. 4:49 to go. Carolina is betting that they can get a stop right here. Dave Canales has spent timeouts on back-to-back plays. Nick Bear is very confused, which means Kyler Murray probably just dropped an 80-yard chum bucket to Marvin Harrison. But let's see. 3rd down and 6. They're waving Trey Benson in motion. I might jump out of my chair to go crazy if we can stop. And they're going to wave Harrison in motion. Shaw Smith-Wade is trying to say something and say throw. Murray's going to take a shot downfield one-on-one. And what in the world just happened?
See?
We've got to stop. Yes.
I think it was miscommunication, but I was confused too.
Wait, intentional grounding. Make it 2 points. Sorry.
2 points?
Yeah, because they back him up enough, then they could call it a safety.
How many yards is intentional grounding?
So you're saying there's a chance. All right, 4th down and 6. Oh, my gosh. This would have been hilarious if we were actually in a position to win this football game right now.
Well,
those 2-point conversions are eating at me right now. This would have been so funny if we lost this game in close fashion, and we're probably going to lose. Yeah, no, you owned me, honestly, dude. This guy owns me now. Yeah, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Hey, they can still fake this. It hasn't registered in my head that this has been a stop. We might fumble the punt. Who knows?
Win or lose, I just want more yards from Chuba.
Win or lose, we won this football game. I don't care. We hit the punter. Is there no flag? There's no flag. Okay. See, I told you. You know how scared I am for just random stuff like that? We hit the punter. They didn't call it that time. We got lucky. I think you just saw the Bryce fumble thing, and then you saw the interception there.
Yeah.
And then after that, he looked like the number 1 overall pick again. I don't know why he can't just do that, but okay.
He's actually looked good after those 2 turnovers.
man, even if we lose this game, like, it's going to suck, right? Like, we didn't play up to par, but like this, I have hope again.
Don't do
And
it.
hope is very, very this. Man.
Chris, don't do that to yourself again with hope.
I know. You're right. No, fry me, dude. First down to Jatavian Sanders. It's a gain of 11 yards, and the clock is running. 4:15 to go. Carolina has one timeout. I just realized I did not give the possession arrow to the Panthers. I apologize. I'm just in so much shock that we have the football. First down and 10. Young throws incomplete.
That was a reaction to the Dodger game. That was not a reaction to the third game.
Should like turn off your camera. I'm playing.
It's just a great catch in center field.
I'm like laughing, bro. I can't believe this. This is so funny. Gosh, I hate this team, bro. Why? Why would you do this to me? Anyway. Second down and 10, 4 minutes to go. I have never seen this formation before. Quadruple to the right, one to the left, and Young gets sacked. I have never seen such a thing before. What was that formation? Well, that took the air out of the room.
I would just like to say the Panthers have as many points as the Dodgers have hits today.
Oh, you're lucky this game is actually somewhat watchable right now because I would have just said this. Young runs away. He's at the 20. Got to make a play downfield, and he's going to have to throw it away. Nothing available. And here comes the Panthers' last gasp. I mean, their last gasp should have been with 3 seconds to go in the first half, but here it is. 4th and 16, 3:21 on the clock, down by 12. They need a touchdown stop and another touchdown. It would be a miracle if the Carolina Panthers somehow pulled this out. But it all starts right here. They need a 4th down and 16 to give them an opportunity in this game. And if you're going to go to anybody, I think you actually have to go to the number 8 overall pick and Tedero McMillan. Actually, no, never mind. Don't go to Tedero McMillan. He's not on the football field. 4th and 16. No Tedero McMillan on the field. Young throws and he completes it to Bryson Tremaine for the Panther first down. Maybe Dave Canales knows what he's doing. And now it's time to go. 3 minutes to go. For some reason, there's no Tedero McMillan or Xavier Leggett on the field. It's Tremaine, Sanders, Hunter Renfrow, and David Moore. And it's Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Bryce Young throws and completes it. Renfrow out of bounds after a solid gain. Can we get a flag for that, please? Never mind. Nope. All right, whatever. This is hilarious. I can't believe we had 2 2-point conversions. This would actually be an 8-point game. This is unbelievable.
Dude, I don't know why you keep bringing that up. Just bring up the fact that there was a fumble that was returned for a touchdown. That's the difference in the game right now.
I know.
Technically. I mean, it would still be a 5-point Cardinals.
But there were so many differences, bro. Like, really?
Yeah. But listen, I can always live with 2-point conversions not being converted. I can never live with the turnovers. No,
you're right. I can't live with that turnover either. As Young throws, completes it. Jatavian Sanders, it's a first down. If Carolina really wants any chance, they'd really have to score before the 2-minute warning, that means they need to take a shot to the end zone. But play has just been stopped with 2:45 on the clock, and it's Austin Corbett down for the Panthers. Oh, my gosh. That is the last thing I wanted to see right now. Well, Carolina might have to turn back to Cade Mays, which ironically, I think more than half of our fan base is actually going to celebrate that in a way. As I saw a lot of memes of, oh, look, it's a bird, it's a plane. Oh, it's a snap from Austin Corbett after last week against the Jaguars.
Oh, all the high snaps.
And people were advocating for Cade Mays, who was actually very, very good for the Panthers last season, to come back in at center when Corbett was hurt last year. So I don't know, maybe I'm obviously not rooting for injury or anything. Got to hope that Corbett's okay, but maybe a change of scenery at that position could help Carolina, especially on this drive in this situational football. I think what doesn't help is when you're playing center, right? Not only are you blocking whatever defensive tackle, whatever pressure you're getting from the defensive side of the ball, you have to snap the football. There's a lot going on at the center position. I feel like that's a position where you need to be pretty warmed up. You need to have a bunch of snaps, right? Like before we get play going. And the fact that if Austin Corbett is hurt right now and whoever we have to put at the center position, I'm assuming we're going to bring Cade Mays into the game. That more than likely means he has not snapped a football, a live ball so far in this game, which that means we might struggle a little bit with snaps.
Yeah, I don't think the center position gets enough love. They have to do a lot.
They do. And I hope that Corbett's okay. He's a key piece to this offensive line. As Cade Mays is in the game, 1st down and 10. Young throws, completes it. There's Tedero McMillan, a 1st down and more. McMillan stays on his feet, and the clock continues to go. He's got to get up and go. The Panthers need to score a touchdown, and they'd like to do it before the 2-minute warning. They have a timeout of their own, and they can utilize the 2-minute warning if they score before the 2-minute mark. We have about 15 seconds before we get there. Young takes the shotgun snap. He lobs. Lee, get in the end zone, and it's dropped. Incomplete. What changes, bro? What changes? Tedero McMillan makes that catch. Jalen Coker makes that catch. But look who doesn't make the catch. The 6'3", 220-pound receiver that we decided to trade up for and select in the 1st round. And then he slides so far out like Jonathan Mingo that he takes out the cameraman.
Actually, if Ted scores a touchdown, that'll be good for my fantasy too. So
2nd down and 10, 2:10 on the clock, 5 wide. Tedero McMillan on the right, Xavier Legette in the slot. They need to snap this football. They can't call timeout. Young takes the shotgun snap, fires it in the middle of the field. It's too high for Legette, and no penalty. That was neither their fault.
Why would you throw to Legette twice in the red zone?
Well, I mean, if he's the most open receiver, then I guess you have to throw it to
Well,
him.
Dude's not even open. You know he's not. Even if he's open, you know he's not catching the ball. Come on.
You know, I know.
He can't even get 2 feet down when he's open.
He might be worse than what Quentin Johnston was before last week. Like, the first 2 years of Quentin Johnston were bad, but I think I'd take Quentin Johnston first 2 years over Legette first 2 years.
Quentin was actually very productive last year.
I know. He just they just cherry-picked his drops. I know.
He had
3rd down and 10. Young fires for Renfro. It is caught. Does he break the pylon? And we're waiting for the ref to make the call. I thought he broke the pylon.
I don't know. I think the knee was down.
And Canales everyone's confused because either way, it's the 2-minute warning then. But they need to go back and look at the clock and review this.
Well, it gives them time, but yeah.
I thought he broke the pylon.
Well, they're really going to score. We're going to have an onside kick. They're going to have.
Oh, his knee was he was down more than likely.
They're going to have a chance coming out of this.
Well, they have to get the onside kick.
I know, but the thing is, that's what I'm saying. They're in a position to kick an onside kick.
Yeah, that is crazy. That they actually had a chance in this football
God,
game.
this sport is so stupid, bro. Things just change.
That's crazy. Do you know how much we were just talking about, I think maybe an hour or two ago, of like, you know what? Yep, maybe this quarterback, that quarterback, and change, fire him, fire that. And now it's like, well, damn, all right, nice. It's the second half Panthers again. Like, we're not going to win this football game, but it's like,
but that's sports.
I'm excited to go next week. Like, hold on.
That's just sports in general. We do it all the time, and we always eat our words. Always.
Like, hold on, dude. Like, really, I am. Let's see. All right.
Freddie?
We should have won this football game today. It has made me so mad that we are more than likely not going to win this football game because we have
scored a touchdown. That fumble is the difference in the game, not the 2-point conversions, if you ask me.
Wow, we really should have won this football game. That sucks. That hurts the most, is that we should have won this football game.
Actually, I didn't even see the fumble. Just based on what you told me, though, it sounds bad.
Yeah. Man, we should have won this game. All right, come on. The good news is for us, it's not like we're competing for a playoff spot right now. We're just – I don't know how to explain it, though, because I want to be competing for the playoffs because I feel like if we're not competing for the playoffs, then that puts Bryce Young and everyone else's job in jeopardy. But, like, I don't know. We're blaming a play. We're not blaming the entire team anymore for this game. That's the difference.
But listen. The Saints started 2-0 last year and looked like Super Bowl contenders. They finished 5-12. It's
correct.
I don't think you guys will be competing for a playoff spot, but it is early.
It's not how it starts; it's how you finish.
Which makes
if we can play like how we played in the second half and go beat the Falcons next week, which is a division game that really, really counts towards us, our season's not over.
Yeah. Which makes me look hypocritical because what I was just saying about the Panthers when they were down 27-3 was everybody sucks.
Well, I was saying it too.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is crazy that we went from that and now we're talking about like, wow, we really could have won this football game. That's crazy. That's a crazy switch. All right. Well, Carolina did not get a touchdown before the 2-minute warning. So they are going, even if they score here, they're going to need an onside kick to have an opportunity. First and goal at the 1-yard line, the Arizona 1-yard line for the Carolina Panthers. Chuba Hubbard in the backfield, Leggett on the left, Renfro and McMillan on the right. And it's play action. Young flips it. It is caught. Touchdown, Hunter Renfro. For the second time today, Bryce Young finds Renfro in the end zone. And we have 2 injured Cardinals. Or I think one Cardinal's hurt very badly, and Budda Baker is just on his knees for the other one. Oh, my goodness. They
run into each other.
That's a really rough sight. They might have. Yeah, Bryce Young is him. Like, I want to hope this guy's okay, though. Oh, that's not good to see at all.
Such a stupid sport, bro. I swear. Things change so fast.
I think he held it's his lower leg. That's all I saw. They're just showing the Renfro catch. Oh, I hope this guy's okay. That sucks.
I didn't even see the replay, so.
All right, it's a touchdown. I'm assuming Carolina would just kick the extra point, make it a 5-point, because you can't go for 2 and make it be a 4-point game if you get the 2. So we'll just go. And Nick, after all of that, Bryce Young, 35 for 49, 328 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a fumble loss.
Just started in fantasy.
Uh-oh.
By the end of this game,
somebody did not switch up completely.
By the end of this game, we're going to be talking about a Bryce Young extension. That's how crazy this sport is.
Well. All right. Again, we may lose this football game, but I never gave up on this king. I never gave up. Bryce Young, again, for those that are just joining, Bryce Young, 35 for 49, 328 yards, 3 touchdowns, interception and a fumble loss for a touchdown. Very, very weird stat line. Hunter Renfro, 7 catches, 48 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I promise you this, though. Let's say the Panthers do still go on to lose. They probably will, but the onside kick, you never know. But my point is, if they go on to lose, Dave Canales is going to say post-game, the turnovers cost them. The turnovers were the difference.
I gave up on the team. I didn't give up on Bryce Young. Nick knows that too. I never give up on Bryce Young.
You gave up on him last week. I will be fair.
No, I didn't give up on him last week. I just said he needs to change, and he changed. You know that even before I was 12 years old when we were in the process of making a move and getting Bryce Young, I have always been pro Bryce Young, and I still stand by that.
You were hating on the guy last week, though. Come on.
I hate on the guy every week.
You were so upset with him, though, last week. Like,
Absolutely.
I've never seen that from you.
Correct. Because year 3. But I never switched. I'm just saying. I would say everyone in this fan base has at least switched on Bryce Young. That's fine, though. All right. That's one thing I'm proud to be by is, oh my gosh, the Colts just missed a game-winning field goal. That sucks.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless there's a flag down. Uh-oh.
Wait, what? Hold on.
All right.
I have something so I can just throw this.
Yes, we have been on the Bryce Young train since Bama. I can pull up that clip, bro. 12 years old. Sam Darnold was our quarterback. I really want the Panthers to get Bryce Young. I'll pull it up, bro. Pro Bryce Young forever.
Wow, so they're going to get another kick?
Did I believe that Bryce Young is doubt and out and absolute? There's definitely times I believed in it, but I never left Bryce Young's side, man. And there's a lot of people that even after his rookie season have never switched
right down the middle. It's good. The Colts take down the Broncos.
Wow, they got another chance at it?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
What happened?
It's not the game we're talking about. So. Wow.
Really?
Yes. I literally just saw it with my own eyes.
Wow. That's crazy. I thought I was so confused. I was like, wait, they got another chance at it.
You know what? That's good. The Broncos, AFC West rival, they lost. I will take them.
Now they got to change their records. They have it glitching of 2-0 and 1-1, and now the Colts won it.
Oh,
that's crazy. The Colts got it. All right, onside kick for the Carolina Panthers. Let's see. Ryan Fitzgerald on the onside kick. And it bounces, and oh my God, the Panthers recover! Carolina recovers! It's recovered by Damani Richardson! Oh my goodness, the Panthers have a chance to win this game!
Oh my God, this sport!
Oh my goodness! Damani Richardson recovers the onside kick, and here comes Bryce Young. A minute 55, one timeout to possibly win this game for the Panthers. What just happened?
Oh my gosh, it deflected off.
Whoa! Oh, I've lost for words. Oh no, I can't. No, I can't do this, Nick. I can't do this right now. Nick, no. Okay, Nick, please don't make a reaction or say a word. I can't do this right now. I'll just
watch the Dodger game. How about that?
Okay, all right. Oh my God, let me cook, bro. The Carolina Panthers, their first onside kick recovery since 2019. Bryce Young has an opportunity to win this game for the Panthers. First down and 10, Young throws. It is incomplete for Tedero McMillan. Try to go for a comeback route, get a couple yards. It's incomplete. Second down and 10. What just happened? I am like shaking. What?
This is probably the most hope you've had in a while.
Oh my gosh.
How do you?
All right. Let's chill. You try to tell me to stay in it, dude. You try to tell me to stay in. I should have believed in you. All right, here we go. Come on. Second down and 10. 5 wide. Young. His pass is tipped and incomplete. Tipped and incomplete. Third down. I'm trying to calm down, don't get too. If we lose this game, it's still gonna suck. But like, wow. This is unbelievable. I am in complete shock right now.
You're gonna have all the hope in the world.
Don't do this to me, Panthers. This is crazy, man. This is like unhealthy.
It is. Sports is unhealthy.
Third down and 10. And it's a free play for the Panthers, I believe, or not. They stopped it. That means it's gonna be a false start, is it? I thought it was a free play. It's absolutely the Cardinals. If that's on us, I'm out. Really? Wait, if it's on the Cardinals, then it's a free play. Okay, so now, see, this is my problem, bro. Now all of a sudden, we can't have free plays. Really? This is absolute. What?
So don't they blow it dead if they're just like running straight to the quarterback to protect the quarterback? Isn't that what
I guess, but I don't know. Who knows? We could have made a play there. It doesn't matter. Even if Bryce throws a pick six, it's a Cardinals penalty. It doesn't matter. We could have done anything there. All right. Calm down. Third down and 5 for the Panthers. It's 5 wide. They're in Arizona territory, but we need to start moving the football. They haven't done anything on this drive so far. Bryce Young takes the shotgun snap, backpedals, lobs it downfield for Tremaine. It's incomplete. There's no flags. And the coaches are absolutely heated.
All right, this is it.
They thought there would be a flag, but there's not. The coaches are absolutely heated. I mean, I thought maybe there could have been a penalty there, but I'm not sure. The coach was absolutely – I don't know if that was Idzik or whatever. I mean, come on. That's a hold, dude. Really? I mean, I would call that a hold. I don't know about you. I would. All right. 4th down and 5 for the Carolina Panthers. 1:45 to go. Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. McMillan on the left. Trips right. 4th down and 5. This is your ball game. Bryce Young takes the shotgun snap. He's backpedaling. He's rolling to his left. He's rolling to his right. Bryce Young needs to make an absolute miracle happen, and it's not going to happen. He lost the football. It's scooped up by the Cardinals. Game over. All right. That's fine. We didn't deserve it. Wow. What a game.
Well, while you're watching that, I'm watching a base runner that missed the first base bag when running the second.
There was a flag down, though. There is a flag. So I'll sit here, calm and composed. I'm just going to assume it's on us. Maybe they call intentional grounding or something. I mean, he was like way back.
That can't be intentional grounding. Was he not out of the tackle box? He was.
I thought he was.
He most definitely is.
Holding on the defense! It is holding on the Cardinals. It's a Carolina Panthers first down. It's on Denzel Burke, the rookie from Ohio State. Oh my goodness, he absolutely held Cedero McMillan. Easy. Oh, so they already knew. They already knew that play didn't matter. Because like T-Mac and everyone on the sideline were already celebrating. They knew. Oh my gosh, what is happening right now? This is unbelievable. Win or lose this game, this is unbelievable. All right, here we go. 1:33 to go. The Carolina Panthers are bailed out by a holding penalty. It is 1st down and 10, 1:33. Moments that Bryce Young and the Panthers team have been praying for, and here they are in Arizona with an opportunity to complete the comeback. It's a run for Chuba Hubbard, and he will get about 2-3 yards on the carry. Carolina, 1 timeout. They need to get into the end zone. They need a 2-point conversion as well if they want to keep it a 3-point game, but nonetheless, get into the end zone and score a touchdown. And at the same time, if you do get in, you don't want to give the Cardinals an opportunity. A lot to factor in with 70 seconds to go in this ball game. 2nd down and 7. Bryce Young throws. It is caught. It's Chuba Hubbard. He's got some yards ahead. A late flag is thrown. I think it's going to come back. Chuba Hubbard gets a 1st down and out of bounds. It's on us, right?
You want me to say?
I mean, yeah, I'm assuming it's on. Yeah, it's holding on us. Yeah, because it was obvious that he
You're
threw it.
asking a lot of spoils, so I'm trying not to say anything.
I know. Just for that play, I was fine. Just don't say anything else now. I was just asking. I just assumed. Okay. That I can't be upset about that. That was. We already got bailed out by a flag. Yeah. I mean, it could go either way.
I'm locking back in.
Okay. 2nd down and 17. 1:01 remaining. Panthers 1 timeout. And an absolute miracle is 48 yards down the field. That's the distance the Panthers need to go to get into the end zone and take the lead. 2 receivers on both sides. No Tedero and McMillan on the field on 2nd down and 17. Bryce Young backpedals. Bryce Young waving receivers around. He's got to chuck it downfield somewhere and just has to throw it away. Nobody is open. And now it's 3rd and 17. Did he miss something? Well, there's a flag. Hold on. That's why Snickers. Hold on. There's a flag on the field with 54 seconds. Wait, is this roughing the passer? What would this be?
Mm-hmm.
Roughing the passer on the. Oh my, dude. I'm about to faint.
I don't see the roughing the passer in the play though, when you see the replay. But okay.
I am about to faint. What is going on in this game? Snicker, this was over.
It was.
Well, it's probably because it's Bryce Young and he's 5'10", so it actually makes it look like it was the
okay,
worst.
But I thought, no. Did he make contact with the head? Because I didn't see it. Because I thought roughing the passer has to be contact with the head, or you go like both.
I don't know. My hands are up in the air. I
know you're not playing. I know you're not.
I don't know. I don't think that was roughing the passer. If you want my honest opinion, no fan perspective, I do not believe that was roughing the passer, but the show must go on.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
All right, 1st down and 10. Bryce Young backpedals. Got to do something. Throws over the middle. He's hit as he thrown. It's incomplete. Not a receiver in the vicinity. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. That kind of worries me that they might throw intentional grounding. I don't think so, though. Oh, my God. It is intentional grounding, is it?
You want me to just get off of here? I can't hide this stuff.
Yeah, honestly, sure. Just for a little bit.
Okay, just kick me off till the game ends.
Man, I can't do this. This is great. That's probably intentional grounding. Yeah, that is so bad. Really, man? This game is so crazy. Wait, that's a 10-second runoff too, I believe. Fact check me if I'm wrong, but I believe that goes down to 39. This game is crazy. We don't deserve to be in this game. Like, he can have just like checked it down to Chuba right there. Oh, I wish he looked right. Chuba was wide open. That sucks. All right. Again, we don't deserve to be in this football game. I need to stop. Did Canales just call our last time out? He did. Why did we call our last time out? Oh, I think it was to save the 10-second runoff. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we were forced to call timeout because we had to save our 10-second runoff. Wow. Okay. All right. So I believe we called timeout. I don't know. It's being really weird on CBS right now. I don't know what down it is. I believe it's just second down. Young throws over the middle, and it's too high for Renfro. Incomplete. I have no clue what's going on. The scoreboard and stuff's being very weird. Okay, yeah, so he did do it to avoid the 10-second runoff. Got it. All right. That makes more sense. All right. I'm assuming Bryce is gonna throw a pick or something. But I don't know what the I don't know what down it is. I'm so confused. It's third and long, I'm assuming. There's nothing on the CBS scoreboard. Bryce Young backpedals. There's a flag down. He takes a shot downfield and it's overthrown for Renfro. But what's the penalty? It was thrown in the backfield. I think it's gonna be on us, which would only make it even worse. Oh, it's on Arizona. It's offside. Okay, it's offsides on Dante Stills. So what down is it, though? They're not telling us anything. I believe it's third and long, but I'm so confused. Yeah, it's absolute. Oh, it was a free play. That's why he took a shot. Okay, all right. I didn't see it. It was all right. It is 3rd and 15, guys. Sorry, they were being very weird on the scoreboard. We have it up now. 3rd and 15, 38 seconds to go. The Panthers are out of timeouts. Cripps right, Tedero McMillan on the left. You want to get a little closer here if possible. Young throws, and it is incomplete for Tremaine. Oh, that's going to make this really rough now. You would have loved to get a chunk of yards right there to give yourself a chance on 4th down, but 4th and 15, I don't know if the Carolina Panthers can do it, man. 4th and 15 is just way too rough. All right, let's see. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have a turnover or anything here. You got to throw it the distance. Don't throw it short. That would suck to lose it by throwing it short. Let's see. 4th and 15, and the Carolina Panthers need an absolute miracle. Do they go to the number 8 overall pick? Do they go to Hunter Renfrow? Where do they go? On 4th down and 15, Bryce Young is going to get sacked, and that is the ball game. The Carolina Panthers came so close from what would have been a historic comeback, but at the very end, it was the tallest player in the NFL, Calais Campbell, on the shortest quarterback in the NFL, and Bryce Young, on a one-on-one matchup, and he gets to Bryce Young before he can make a play downfield. Carolina turns it over on downs and are going to fall just short to the Arizona Cardinals. That sucks. Oh, we were so close, man. That hurts.
At least you walk away from this game with hope. Like, seriously. Like,
oh, absolutely. I did not expect this at all. This was this would have been a win I would never forget, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
I know you weren't watching.
He takes a knee, and the Carolina Panthers were so close. They were down and out of this game at one point, and Bryce Young and the Panthers come up just short. Just short. Carolina was losing 20-3 at halftime, and we're about 40 yards away from pulling off the greatest comeback in Panthers history.
They got bailed out quite a bit too with the Cardinals penalties too. Like,
oh man,
I feel like it should have been.
That's
over.
the part that's honestly really sucks is how many chances the Cardinals gave us.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a crazy game. And I will say, as a Panthers fan, I would have a lot of hope right now. Because, Nick, if you want to talk about, are you playing for your coach or whatnot? This team to be down 20-3 at halftime and to play how they did to finish this game, they fought to the very end. They fought to the very end and were right there.
That they did. And again, this is just a really weird sport. We were talking about how bad they were, I don't know, an hour ago maybe.
Yeah. Wow. I can't even believe that. Bryce Young, 35 for 55, 328 yards, 3 touchdowns, an interception. He was sacked 3 times, 2 of those from Calais Campbell, who got the game-winning sack. Chuba Hubbard, 10 carries for 38 yards. He had a receiving touchdown, though. Tedero McMillan, 6 catches for 100 yards. Jatavian Sanders, 7 receptions, 54 yards. Renfro, 7 receptions, 48 yards. Chuba Hubbard had that receiving touchdown. Renfro had 2 receiving touchdowns. Defensive side of the ball, DJ Wanham had an interception. Princely Uman Mielin had his first career sack. Kyler Murray played a good football game as well, 17 for 25, 220, a touchdown and a pick. Connor with a touchdown as well. Marvin Harrison, an okay game, 2 catches for 27 yards. Trey McBride, 6 receptions, 78 yards. Trey Benson, 3 carries for 14 yards, had 4 receptions for 30 yards. On defense, talked a lot about Calais Campbell having his good game. So honestly, I'll make a quick recap video because I do definitely have a lot to say, but that was crazy. Wow. And I will say now, I do have confidence. I can confidently say I have confidence in this team again. Wow. It would have statistically and obviously been the greatest comeback in Carolina Panthers history. They were down 20-3 at halftime, and then we're down 27-3 when the Cardinals scored that touchdown. The Panthers, 19 unanswered points. And I know people are going to look at the 2-point conversions, be like, oh, a field goal would have won in the game, blah, blah. There's a lot of crazy stuff there's a lot of ways you can look at this, but wow, that was a crazy game. So I'm going to send it off from there. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I don't think you can count out the Carolina Panthers. That's what I learned from this game. We didn't win, but wow, I have some insane hope for this team again. So thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll give a recap to this soon. We'll see you on the next.